Hello.
Hello.
We're live. Hello.
Okay, cool.
I was about to message you, except then you
No,
joined.
I'm used to assuming, so.
Cool. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
What is the right button I'm supposed to press? That's the right button. Great.
I've had a week. I don't know about you.
I'm tired. I'm so tired. I really thought it was gonna be I had 2 days off at the beginning of this week. I really thought I was gonna get a lot done. No. And not even, I was just like wildly busy. Did not get anything done at the same time. So, you know.
I need to make a post tonight after stream because I forgot to, because the one film festival my film is playing at is tomorrow, and I'm like, I should post about that.
If somehow you all are in the area.
Well, it's luckily
with
online.
No warning. Okay, good.
So I'm like, if anyone got $10 and like a few hours tomorrow.
Want to hang out. Okay. Let me click around for a second. Did we finish everything in the past? We did.
I think so.
I think we did.
I think so. Also,
okay,
you're not streaming to me.
Oh, I'm not? Okay.
Oh, no. I was like, I think so, but you're not showing me.
I clicked the button and I did not hit live. It's just hovering there as if it's going to happen at some point.
I was like, I think we're done the pass. I just don't have visual proof of that right now.
You do not need 60 FPS. You're losing.
I'm not special enough?
No.
Okay.
More like Discord still is not good. The combination of streaming.
No, I know.
So bad. Can I get this to... I don't... Dismiss. There we go. The Catriel VODs made me feel a little bad to put up because I just, like... I had such a hard time with parts of that game, and I was like, I don't know if this will be fun for anyone. So I'm glad you enjoyed some of them. It Was Made of Wafer is the wildest solution to a mystery that I've ever heard. And yet, they made a clock hand out of a wafer, Ronnie. Did you know this?
Interesting.
I don't know.
I didn't know this.
It was a choice. And if you're thinking, wow, that sounds like it comes from, like, a small child's cartoon that might be on, like, Disney Junior. Yeah. Yeah. They made an anime, and it was for small children. So, I guess that would explain it. I guess it doesn't explain, like, big plot point being, like... You know what? It's weird. Everything about Catriel is... I have so many questions for level 5 in regards to it, because it's such a strange reboot. Because it's like a reboot, but it's definitely for a younger audience. Like, there's no question about it. But you'd think they'd go the opposite. Like, okay, you wouldn't necessarily think. This does happen. But you'd think they'd stick with the same audience age, which is what they did for New World of Steam, or they would slightly age it up because most of their fans have gotten older. And instead they went, actually, what about the 8-year-olds? Or younger?
You know.
So... It is what it is, and
also unrelated. Unrelated,
yes.
But if you even care, I'm starting to get the faintest mustache.
Hell
just so
Love
everyone in the world
you.
knows and can tell me how cool it looks.
I love that for you. Congrats.
I can't wait to make my little stream guys look a bit different.
Hell yeah. Hold on. I need to. What do we have on us now? We have to present something to him, but what we have to present, that's a great question. It's just one of those things where we have, like, a bunch of stuff that is, like, somewhat relevant to him, but I'm not sure, like, since we... Again, you can't, like... It's really hard to stop the Mason system, and we've done it now multiple times. It might be the confession. I think it's the confession. Let's try that. Nope, that's... I needed to hit the Magatama, not the... Okay. I know they just ported these games, like, last year. Can they release an update with a skip button? Asking for a friend, because this is, like, the 8th time in, like, the Mason section where I've done this.
Pretty please.
This specific thing where I've done the Cyclops and not hit the right button. Rotates you. I love when my favorite emotes are this, like, the Spinworth, and Who do we have that spins? We have Edgeworth, Lana, and Herlock. And Edgeworth has 2 different spinning speeds, and I really love it. I love to be able to rotate them.
I love rotating a guy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, wait. I should probably pay attention because I might have to present multiple things. I think we started this.
Yeah.
And we maybe got one thing, but... Valen, I wouldn't be...
I do love the sentence. I'm gonna start by dropping a bomb. I'm like, not at the Coliseum. Phoenix, that's mass violence.
Wait. I do have a walkthrough pulled up because I figured this would happen. I don't know what we're talking about already. Okay.
We're bombing the place.
We did figure this out, though. Before. Didn't we? Yeah, this one is the transferal of rights. Okay, so we did do this one last time. We did give him this one. We did do this last time, so this one we don't even have to read. We did this last week. Because then Phoenix was like, what if Zack did confess to killing? You know? Mm-hmm. And we didn't have it because we hadn't talked to Zack again. Also, we had a whole conversation about how Phoenix is like, she's my daughter. And it's like, why didn't this guy come back for 7 years? He really said, I'm gonna leave that 8-year-old. Peace. Surely, at this turbulent time in her life, she doesn't need me around.
Yeah. Crazy.
Everything about Troop Grammary is like, all of you are the worst people. Do not engage with anyone outside the troop, which does make it worse, right? Like, that makes it worse.
It's just that everyone sucks here. Reddit post.
Literally. I know it's a little bit mean to Thalassa. She was trying her best and was like, what, like 23 or something. So I guess she's exempt, but everyone else, don't talk to anyone. I try to be nice to Thalassa because there are people who think that, like, in this game she's fine, and then the fact that she doesn't say anything or do anything bothers me, and I have gotten the feedback.
It pisses me off.
Well, I've gotten, like, the feedback that it's the game's bad writing, not that her character sucks, but she's not a real person, so... this is not just a Thalassa thing. People have said this to me about multiple fictional characters, where they're like, it's not that that character is a bad person, and it's like, you don't like them because the writing is bad. And it's like, but the writing is all there is. Like, there's nothing but the writing. She only exists in writing, you know? Like...
Yeah.
And I'm, like, not exempting Phoenix. I think he probably could have bent the rules. Like, he's Phoenix right. This is, like, the one thing this is the one thing in his life, like, he didn't decide to do a little bendy bend of the rules on.
I would have white lied.
But, like, I can also,
snitched my way into it.
And I'm not defending him. I can see why he wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
However,
me
there's
too.
no way the game series will ever address any of that in any meaningful way, and I firmly think if they do AA7, they will skip the reveal and have it already have happened or not mention it.
I honestly hope they skip it, because I think if they try to do it now, it'll make me something will be bad about it.
I think we literally talked about this last time, but I have to say it every time in case people don't get it. This game doesn't bring things up unless they are plot relevant. They will not bring up Trucy and Apollo being siblings in, like, an on-screen, more than, like, a sentence or two reference. They will not have that confrontation
unless Thalassa dies.
Yeah, unless it is plot relevant, which means Thalassa has to die, or someone else who is relevant to that story has to die, which could be...
They could make a guy.
They could, well, yeah, that's the thing. They could make another guy who, like, you know how in AA6 they were like, actually, there was another member, and he was like the Joker. Like, you know? Like, they're gonna do that again. They're just gonna keep doing it.
Are we ever gonna stream AA5 or 6? I
don't know. I don't particularly ever want to play AA6. AA6 is just long and tedious.
Because I know I've told you those are the two I just haven't touched.
AA5 I can have fun with, but it involves people indulging me in having fun. So.
No, and I understand that.
But we have, like, AI to get through, so...
Which I'm much more excited about.
Yeah. The first one, it is the first one, but the second one's good.
I'm still thinking about that video where someone put the dog show with the tricks and they put Edgeworth on.
Yes.
It's just good.
Yes,
it's just good.
Yeah, it's really good. Phoenix is an infinitely better dad than Leighton, and I know this because I once participated in a discussion where we listed the Leighton dads from best dad to worst dad, and Clark Triton was above Herschel Leighton. And I spent the entire first game thinking that Clark killed his wife. So
got it.
Herschel Leighton is such a bad dad. He's like a
Also,
really
I should tell you,
one.
One of my friends that I've been hanging out with a lot is super obsessed with Leighton.
Me. It was actually me.
Yeah, it was crazy how like you just showed up and got coffee with me and we just didn't question why you were here.
Exactly.
You were just like, "Hey, Ronnie," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well,
but no, the whole time I was like, "You two need to talk about it," because I can't bring enough to the table yet. I want to play them myself.
They're so good. I love them. The first 3, if you're going in like the release order, which is the normal way to play them, I played them in a really weird order. And by weird, I just did them chronological, like within the story. But that's not how they were released. The first 3 are much more contained and like simple.
I played like a few of them partially through on my DS as a very little kid, but I was too stupid.
Some of them are hard, and I would not judge people for using like walkthroughs on some of the puzzles because you're like, what is happening? Sometimes they make you do like sometimes they make you do like a lot of math, and you're like, no. But like for me, the prequels are really where it's at because they got like really into their storytelling, and there's like a 3-game arc. It's really good. I think it's awesome. Also, yes, Trigger Warning Clark is something we continue to say, and I continue to rag on Clark because I don't think he's like the greatest dad of all time, but he is better than Herschel, and like that's always sad. It always makes people's interactions with versus when they just played Ace Attorney but haven't played Leighton really interesting, because like that game doesn't really go into how weird Herschel Leighton is, like at all. Like he seems super normal and well adjusted and like a really great guy. But like it really nails how strange Phoenix is, because it's like almost impossible to not know how weird Phoenix is. But like Phoenix and Maya get like all their super weird moments, but like a lot of Ace Attorney fans like get this vibe of Leighton from Versus that is just not like the most accurate, and it's always really funny because you can always tell if you're looking at like Versus content and that person hasn't played the Leighton games. You're just like, this content is missing Herschel Leighton's need to flee every situation humanly possible. This man is a runner. This man from the bits of your streams I've watched, I have gotten some of that, luckily. I would hope so. It comes off him in like waves. It's impressive. It's kind of funny.
Also entirely unrelated, but I just remembered it because I was bitching about it with a friend again. Why are they remaking American Psycho?
They are?
Yeah, except this time it's directed by a man instead.
Huh.
So it can have a worse fan base, I guess.
I don't know. I feel like I've never actually seen American Psycho. But I mean, I know of it, you know.
It's more that I just feel like the current, I feel like the movie, and I should actually comment, I haven't seen the full thing either, but I think the reason it baffles me so much is that the movie's still talked about so much, even
That's
today,
what I was gonna
that
say.
I'm like...
It's talked about so much, and
I'm like, I don't think it's like been like buried enough in the public eye.
That's how I feel about every Disney live action.
God.
But like,
you know about my issue with those.
Yeah, I guess my question is like, are they going to significantly change things? Because I think there's still stuff in it that is like probably accurate. Again, I've never seen it. I can assume things.
I've been meaning to read the book.
Accurate.
I should probably read the book.
You probably should. I probably should.
Let's read it together.
A little book club. I'm sure there's things in it that like still resonate with people like a lot, but because it came out in 2000, like I feel like there would need to be like some significant updating, and like from the few scenes I know, I'm like, is it gonna be really, really, really annoying? And is that how people felt in 2000? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I know there's
Like, are we gonna have to talk about social media and stuff? Like,
It's also, yeah, it's just the kind of thing where I'm like, people still talk about it so much that I'm like, I feel like it's like intruding.
Yeah.
Like, it's not time yet.
Yeah, I'm curious.
If there is a time.
I'm curious if it will change a lot. My question is that, like, it's kind of like a satire situation in a way. And
Yeah.
I'm wondering if I don't know this director because I just looked it up. I'm curious if he'll be able to handle that because I've definitely seen movies that are quote unquote satire and like the director and the writers are not capable of making it satire. So it just
I know the
is
fan
thing.
base. I know it has the issue of like guys misinterpreting the movie.
Of course.
Kind of like a Fight Club thing.
Yeah.
But like to be fair, I don't think that's the fault of the movie. I think that's just dudes
no,
with no
I
media
think
literacy.
I think that's the fault of
being
the
like,
people
oh my
watching
god,
it.
he's just like me.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand
like-
that, Novala. I totally do.
So I'm just curious of like, I am curious.
Okay, are we ready to play the video game?
Yes.
Cool.
Sorry.
No,
yes.
you're fine. We were hanging out. Doing our thing where
I
we don't
love
play the
hanging
video
out.
game.
I love hanging. All right. I believe I have the answer to your prayers right here. Zach Gramery wrote one more thing before passing on. Do you want to be him so
I
I'm
can
not
be
talking
him,
to myself?
yeah. Sorry. This is a confession.
In which he admits the killing of Nylafi Gramery. See? All according to your plan.
I am a magician by trade. Deception is my life's work. I fool the audience, give them a fleeting dream.
Everyone in this game talks in such a way. Like, more so than other Ace Attorney games, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, yeah.
Everyone is always like, I have to be so verbose right now.
I guess it is the amount of, I guess it might just be the amount of performers
Yeah,
we got.
even Kristoff is like, I gotta...
Everyone's
Kristoff
just
is like,
so-
let me pull out fucking, like, Emily Dickinson for a second.
Everyone's got a bit of a stick up their ass the whole game.
Yet it seems the tables have turned. Now I am the audience, believing in the deceptions I have wrought upon myself.
Zach wrote this right in front of me.
On branded paper and everything.
After I explained your situation to him. Love that he was like a scene girl for that little bit. He did the ZOMG.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
You do know that this confession is nothing but lies.
Yes, it's my opinion that Zach Gramery killed no one.
Then you must be thinking the truth is a simple matter of elimination. Two received instructions to kill, but if one is innocent, then the one who remains is guilty.
That would be the logical conclusion, yes.
I love when they're like, oh, but like no one else could have done it. And it's like, well, I mean, it would be weird if some random person just walked in and did it, but like it was just a hospital.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe it's medical malpractice, who knows?
Some
maybe-
doctor was real pissed off, maybe? I don't know.
Or maybe his head just did that.
I just did that.
Sure doesn't look like a bullet wound to me.
He took like a hole puncher to her head.
Yeah, like I think we're already it's already a bit strange.
Yeah, literally.
So he vanished to protect me, his partner.
A totally normal thing to do.
A stirring tale, 'tis true.
He protected you, but he did abandon his daughter. Like, all of it would suck, right? Like, there's
God.
there's no situation where he comes out of this looking good.
I hate Yaoi, actually. They need to kill him.
Well,
This
one of
is
them's already
evil.
dead, so, you know.
Yeah. Thanks, Kristoff, I guess. Actually, no, he's contributing to the really fucked
he's
up
not,
Yaoi.
he's not helping. He might be making it worse.
He is, I think, subscribed to the Toxic Yaoi Foundation. He's kind of in the stew there.
Mm-hmm.
Did you shoot Magnifi Gramery in the forehead?
If I had and I told you, what would you do? Run to the police, perchance? Do as you will. There's nothing left for me now. It is true, after all. I have little talent. I need my mentor Magnafy's repertoire.
I don't know about that. Like, so much of it is just showmanship. Like, if he's been fine, I guess he, like, this is, I can't remember if this is his first big show again, or if he's technically been around doing magic, and they're not always great about telling me when people are doing things. Like, me trying to figure out, like...
I think it's his first big show with, like, the brand and everything.
Then what has he been doing for 7
in a while?
years?
Maybe smaller stuff? I don't
know. This would be a wild first return. Like, where'd you get the money to rent this place?
You know.
Like, how did you, like, imagine being like...
Also love this sentence. I don't know why it's getting to me so much.
Can you imagine being like, I'm gonna have my big return, guy who has never gone solo before, and I'm gonna have an entire coliseum to do it, and then the coliseum is mostly empty. Like,
that's always so embarrassing when I've seen, like, artists who aren't ready for arena shows yet do an arena show, and the arena's so empty. I'm like, if this was me, I would have cried.
You're like, we should have rented a high school.
Like, God, no, we still gotta do, like, you guys still gotta do the bars. I'm sorry.
At maybe we can fill a middle school. Like, I don't know, guys.
It was as if a little demon grabbed hold of
me. I don't know why that sentence is really good. Just about the demon.
It's
something about one. Little demon. Like, it's really tiny.
It's a little one. You gotta squint.
Like I just imagine, like, a little imp.
Yeah, like you kind of need a microscope to take a look.
This little guy just gotta fucking his mind up. I knew it. So Valent Grammary did kill the great Magnafy.
I don't feel like doing more laughing.
So sorry, Mr. Wright, but it was not I who shot my mentor.
There was a third person. Like, it's really funny how many Ace Attorney games are like, there were only 2 people in the room, and then there were 3 people in the room, and then there were 8 people in the room. Like, you know what I mean? Like, more and more people just keep getting added to these rooms.
There was a baby in the maternity ward across the hall who was really pissed off. That was the little demon.
Oh!
I have such a beautiful mind. But if it wasn't you, then who was it? There wasn't another disciple.
Fuck.
Even Phoenix would hate that shit.
Another disciple? Such as...
I don't know. I can tell Grammary, maybe. What's the guy's name in A6?
It begins with an R, doesn't it?
That's how I wouldn't know.
6. Troop. He is green and purple, because fuck me, I guess.
Really is the Joker. That's crazy.
He's like a mix of the Joker and Two-Face.
Cool. I mean, at least it's on brand. It's all DC.
I'm deciding that is what it is. His name is... Okay. His name is Man of Mystery, and his stage name is The Great Mr. Reyes.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what he would have been going by in the troupe. I guess Man of Mystery, which, cringe.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Your wild fantasies couldn't be further from the truth, except they are the truth. So, I guess you're right.
Also, okay, I have to give the director credit, I guess. Doing the remake, he did make Challengers.
Oh, okay, good for him. I never saw that
and
one
Call Me
either.
By Your Name. I will never watch Call Me By Your Name, though, so.
I didn't watch either of them, so I don't watch movies.
Challengers, I did love Challengers.
I don't think I'm ever gonna watch Challengers because I don't feel like watching movies. But I do think about that, like I've seen some gift sets and I'm like, oh, good shot.
It's good, it's really good. I
just don't watch movies. I just don't feel like it. I'm like,
no,
oh, I bet I love this. I'm not gonna watch it.
But no, but of course, despite my love for Challengers, I still don't know if we need another American Psycho.
I'm over remakes. I don't need them.
I think again, it's just the issue of also it's not even like the first one is considered like not great or like, you know, oh, it needs to, it
Or
would
like
have been
it's a
better
cult
if they did this and this,
classic or
like,
something.
yeah, like, despite the, like, fact that as, like, any kind of movie with, like, a flawed male protagonist, even though there are fans who misinterpret it, like, the general public of, like, normal people was like, yeah, that movie's pretty good. It's good.
That's a
I really
solid
like
one.
it.
I don't need you to make it again.
Yeah, like,
I also
like,
it's been
yeah.
it's been 24 years, sure, but like at the same time, I feel like that things haven't changed that drastically that we need to like
Yeah.
do it again, see like an updated version. Like it's not like it's a movie from like the 50s.
Yeah, like a stereotypical business guy who's like that.
Are kind of still like that,
Doesn't-
but this time now they have
Yeah.
Slack on their phones. Like
And sometimes they buy Twitter. Like,
oh god, that actually is my worst fear. That we're gonna get like
Like
a
that
lot,
little-
like it's just gonna be like a lot of like businessy guys,
God,
but like
you're-
techie business guys.
oh yeah, no, if they make him too much like Musk, I'm gonna be like, this just isn't funny. It's just like annoying. Be like, please.
It's like
I don't
when
want to see him.
it's like I'm so unaware sometimes, which is wild for me because like I'm always picking up on the most random things. Sorry, we're not playing the game right now. I went and saw both the first two Jurassic World movies in theater. Actually, I saw both of them with Siobhan. After the second one, which Siobhan turned to me and said, "I always forget these are technically horror movies," and then I watched them with you, and I was like, "Awesome."
I will say one of my randomly unrelated kind of one of my favorite memories is when we were so emotional, so exhausted that
And
when we
really
saw Sonic
emotional
2,
Sonic
we were
2,
like,
we were really,
it was like
it
the
was-
best thing
it was
we'd
like
ever
a
seen.
religious experience. It was really weird.
We can't watch it again now.
We can't. I don't need to know what it's actually
What it's actually
Yeah.
like.
But I never realized until I was watching Jenny Nicholson's video on it. And she goes, there's an evil businessman, and his name is Eli Mills. And I went, oh! I didn't notice that! And I mentioned it to Siobhan, and she was like, yeah, no shit. And I was like, I think I was just too stressed and nervous about the dinosaurs to even, like, pick up on their complete lack of subtlety. Like, yeah. But yeah,
But no, I
don't need
but no, agreeing,
I don't need it.
but yeah, no, Navala, an AI crypto
I don't
spin
need it.
because you know
That would be
would be so-
insufferable.
it'd be so on the nose.
It'd be so on the nose, but then you'd like also have to deal with like the crypto guys who are like, no, it's actually on our side.
Exactly, because
I'm like, I don't
like
wanna
I said,
deal with
there's
that.
already enough guys who like actually think like, no, I'm him, and then like we don't need that on a worse level with crypto bros.
Yeah. Anyway,
Only Zack and Valent received those threatening letters, but there was another, and not the one you're thinking of. One more person could have fired that pistol that night. I don't suppose you figured it out by now?
If it wasn't Zack or Valen who shot Magnify, then it had to be the only other person at the scene, which means... Wait, you don't mean...
Yes, the great Magnify Grammary himself.
I love that. Love that.
God,
Love the box.
it's not. It shouldn't be funny, but like
It
the
no, but it
little
really
box
is.
popping up that just says suicide. It is a little
It's
bit
like
funny,
the one.
unfortunately.
It's like the one where you're talking to Phoenix when he's in the hospital. It just has the one that says murder.
Straight to the point.
Yeah. So Magnify Grammary committed suicide?
You find it hard to believe?
To be honest, I didn't even imagine it as a possibility.
When I arrived that night, the old man was still alive. He appeared to be asleep. I could not shoot him.
No,
I-
literally same. Like, I still really, really like the music in this game. It is really good. But, like, there's something, like, even though I didn't play the AA games as a kid, or some would argue at all, it is, like, nostalgic, somehow. It's, like, I like
There's
when
just something
music-
about him.
I feel the same about, like, Lord of the Rings music, where, like, I didn't watch it as a kid, but it still makes me nostalgic. And I'm like, nostalgic for what? Last year? You know? But, no, the original trilogy music is so good.
But when I turned and made
Sigh.
to leave the room, the old man called out to me.
It was doing that thing where you just close your eyes and try to slow your breathing and convince yourself everyone thinks you're faking sleeping, but you're like, everyone knows you're awake.
My nightmare when I'm trying to fall asleep is when I start manually breathing.
I understand. I need to tell you, this is the exact same drawing as they used for Zach, and is that why they didn't give either of them hair? Because they were like, we don't feel like drawing it. Neither of you get hair or facial hair.
Everyone has to be bald.
Everyone is just a gray face with no features.
Now I'm just thinking about that tweet of that like video of like Charlie XCX's boyfriend who's bald and he was like hitting a blunt or something at one of her like DJ shows and someone was like, being high and bald must be crazy. You're just like, oh, I'm so fucking high and I'm bald. I don't know why it got to me.
Oh man.
So you spoke with Magnifi Grammary?
Yes, and this is why I knew what he had done. Magnifi transferred the rights to his repertoire to my partner Zach Grammary, not me.
I just remembered he's not her boyfriend, he's her fiance. Sorry, Charlie XCX.
Charlie, if you're listening,
Didn't mean it. I know I didn't mean to lessen your bond like that.
Hope you're enjoying our off-topic stream.
Yeah. I see. And I guess that I owe you an apology. I always thought you were the one who did it.
You owe me no apology.
Huh?
My crime was, in a way, more serious than that of murder.
What? Your crime?
Phoenix is like child abandonment?
Is Valiant Grammary confessing something to me? What could be more serious than murder?
You see, I knew that 2 letters had been sent. There are no secrets between partners. It was easy to find out. That was when I understood Magnifi's plan.
He wanted to die by one of your hands?
Little did I expect it had anything to do with the rights to his repertoire. That was when I heard it. The little demon whispering inside my heart. Yet, I'm obsessed with this guy and his little demon.
I'm really into it. It's really good.
You know how people, like, have suspicions about, like, ooh, Kristoff has magic powers, which, again, I don't think he really
He's just
does.
got a little demon.
I just like to think that everyone has little demons, and, like, only some of them can hear them, and, like, it's just Valiant and Kristoff can hear the little demons, like...
I think Kristoff's would hate him. Kristoff's little demon is pissed, is, like, working overtime. He's miserable.
It's like how, it's like how every, like, there's, like, a lot of, like, magic in this place that only a few people have, like... You know, just, like, hyper-specific things, and just, like, Valiant and Kristoff have little demons. Like, Maya
That's
can
awesome.
channel spirits, but Kristoff has a little dude who fucking hates him. And Valiant's is hanging out inside his heart, and being like, you should fuck this up.
The demon.
The demon.
The killer.
The killer! I have known the
demon.
killer since birth. I think about that every day. I love it. I love it so much.
I love the compilations of her. I love the one where she's talking about Britney Spears' parents and she randomly just goes death to all of them and then she like catches herself.
It's a lot. Oh, I love those slappy hands. That was really good.
Let me confess, I had intended to shoot Magnifi.
This is just like in Ghost Trick, where is this like a thing with Shu Takumi where he's like, well, like, I thought about killing someone. So, like, that makes me a murderer. Do you remember that in Ghost Trick? And we were just like, but you didn't.
Takumi would hate my intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
He would want me in there for life.
He really was like, I was going to pull the trigger probably, but like, I didn't because he got hit by a meteorite.
Everyone's just got Catholic guilt.
But clearly I was as bad as a murderer. Because I was probably going to. Yes, they're finally getting uploaded.
I'm happy about our Tales from the Borderlands VODs. I love that game.
That actually got a bunch of more views than most of my other ones, and I was like, oh, the Tales fans are out here. No, like, I was just like, oh,
the people
hey
yearn.
guys.
The people yearn. I mean, considering that I heard everyone hated the second one, maybe everyone is just on a bender of like, we gotta revisit the good one.
We gotta go back.
we gotta watch the one that didn't suck.
Yeah, sorry to everyone about that one. Has a bunch of silent parts because Tales games have long stretches of music at the beginning, and at that time I wasn't also simultaneously recording on my desktop, so I only could download them from Twitch, and like every single one of those got claimed. So we're still talking, but Twitch doesn't care. So you can see our little guys bouncing, and we're clearly having a conversation. You just can't hear any of it.
I mean, I was probably not talking about anything other than...
It probably wasn't super important, but it's still kind of funny.
I mean, I feel like every other second I was just thinking about Vaughn's deleted gay dialogue.
That's exactly what was happening, because I had to rewatch parts of them to come up with titles, and I was like, wow.
I'm so sorry.
You know you're so fine.
It was formative to me when I was 16, being like, wow. Well, again, I just think about the guy, I promise I'm done after this, I just think about the guy who had to write those, like, 6 paragraphs of him being like, yeah, I experimented sexually with a dude in a bathroom. Anyway, back to what we're doing. And then, like, it just didn't get used.
Why don't we just use this and record this? Why? I don't know.
And then and it's also just not gonna be put in the game. Like, we did make you write all that.
We got bored, I guess.
I'm just like, it's just so...
It's interesting, that's for sure.
It fascinates me.
And I planned on framing my partner for the crime.
What?
That night, I prepared something before going to McAfee's hospital room.
Which was?
IV fluid, of course. I'd seen it on an earlier visit. If Zach did not shoot, I would do the deed. Then I would use the IV liquid to place the murder on his hands. That was my plan.
But you didn't shoot him.
I could not. The demon in my heart fled when the moment came, but
Oh,
the
no!
McAfee called me back. That
He
demon
lost
had
his
to go
little
on a run.
demon.
There was an errand to do.
I am sorry, Valent. I am giving my magic to Zach, not you. You still lack the draw he has. Please help him, you can.
That man's never doing magic again, bestie.
I left the room, and then I stopped. The shock of what I had just been told consumed me. That is when I heard that fateful gunshot.
Magnify Grammary, killing himself.
Then the demon awoke anew within me.
Wow.
Zach killed him. He was the one. Frame him, and the magic will be yours. The demon had a lot to say.
Also, if he, like, was he wearing gloves? Like, I feel like you could just take a look at the gun and be like, oh yeah, it's only his fingerprints on it.
I altered the scene of his suicide.
Is Valen about to say he wiped it down?
There we
Yes,
go.
okay.
I took the pistol from his hand, wiped off the prints. Then I used the syringe to add the IV liquid I'd brought.
Where'd you get that? Whatever. Maybe he just stole it.
Craigslist.
Well, he was already
So-
in a hospital. He's a magician, and although
Yeah,
he's in
true,
bright
true.
yellow, maybe he just slipped into, like, I don't know, a supply closet. I don't know where they keep IV fluid.
You know. So in the end, things happened pretty much as planned. Magnify died, and you framed Zach for his murder.
As planned, indeed. Of course, the outcome was somewhat different than I had anticipated. Well, what do you think? Do you believe my story? Can it be believed, truly?
And that was 7 years ago. I don't know what to believe, but
Yes?
I'm glad I heard it from you, Mr. Valent. Thank you.
It is I who should be thanking you, Mr. Wright. Only when I had lost everything could I make my decision.
You're going to turn yourself in?
My partner may have vanished, but not so my guilt. And as my guilt stays, all else begins to leave me. My friends, my performance rights, my magic.
What were you doing for the last 7 years?
Hanging out with the demon.
You know, a good point.
I've had enough of vanishing acts.
I understand.
I thought my life was ruled by a dead man. But I find I was wrong, for Zach Grammary was alive. And we could have, like, met up or something.
Well, not anymore.
I know, it sucks. And now it occurs to me, what if he was not the only one who survived?
What do you mean?
Well, like, she's gonna show up in a few days. You see, now that I think about it, I realize that we never saw proof of her demise. We just really thought she was dead and didn't bother checking. We never saw her body.
Her?
Phoenix, come on, put the puzzle pieces together.
Wake up! Wake up!
The mind races and the mouth flaps on. My apologies, forget this matter. I can only hope that the day will come when I again meet my partner, Zach Gramery. Then I shall apologize for my terrible mistake. I'm glad we had this chance to talk. Thank you.
I'm still shocked there's only, like, what, 3 fics for them or something that I said last week? Kind of wild.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just know fandom, and so it's just, like, surprising to me. It doesn't matter that Zach had a wife, let's be real. Like, most fandoms don't give a shit. So, anyway.
Zach Gramery, Shady Smith. Whichever name you prefer, he is no longer with us. The truth revealed in that trial was only a sliver. And the impenetrable darkness that it remained has taken another life. I knew what I'd have to do to push back the darkness for good. And it would involve paying that man a visit. Well,
Guess we better go.
Last one.
I don't mind doing Kristoff too. I like divorce with myself.
Okay, got it.
I'll do the guard. Sorry, sir.
Hell yeah.
Prisoner Christoph Gavin is currently occupied.
I see. Do you know when he'll be finished?
Look at that awful pillow.
Ugh. Does he sleep on it? The texture.
Well,
Could you go find out?
I love that, like, Phoenix just comes in his, like, that's not how prisons work. Like,
Like I don't think they let you just go in there.
yeah, you'd go to the prison and go, hey, I'm here to see Christoph Gavin, and they go, no.
Or at the very least, you'd be in like a special supervised room.
Like, they'd probably have you wait because he's not available. Like, you wouldn't go into his cell and just fuck around.
sir,
The guard just doesn't give a shit.
Please wait here a moment.
I'm reading a book about prison right now for work, like a
How is it?
nonfiction book. It's really interesting, but I don't want to give too many details about it because I get nervous about what I'm allowed to talk about.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
What books I'm working on.
Understood.
But like, no. I know it's Ace Attorney and fake. I'm just like, why is he here? You know?
My apologies to the guard.
Also, why is
There's something I need to see.
Like, Kristoff's walls are even made of something wildly different than the rest of the walls for, like, what? The vibes? Was this custom made? What's happening? Oh, wait, we weren't able to click in here last time, weren't we? Because Kristoff was like, don't
Yeah.
fucking touch my shit.
Yeah, it was like I think only the nail polish.
There it is, the yellow envelope. And the sender is Dramisham. I was right.
No. Alright.
We're free of the beast.
We gotta get out of here.
That's a little demon if I ever saw one.
what? Yeah.
This is the last letter that Dramisham wrote. Then there's something I need to do.
Steal it?
The last thing I need to do, in fact.
Eat it?
He's like, now I have to kill myself.
Yeah. I gotta lick the stamp. That's the only way I can test this. He's like,
Here goes.
I've eaten deadly poison before. It's fine.
Let's see if this atroquinine spray finds any.
I love when they let us just click on things like this.
I love how jittery that was.
So this was Drumisham's messenger of death. Was this stamp all right? No mistaking it. And his last letter was sent to Christoph Gavin.
I was like, I think you were him, but maybe
I was like trying to figure out if they wanted me to read it or not. I'll read it now.
The interview request came like you said it would, and they're looking into the case. I swear on my life I won't tell them about you, so please release the spell you've put on my daughter. I'll write a letter with a report. True mission.
The spell, she's got trauma. Like,
Yeah.
just take her to a therapist, man.
Whew. Finally, decisive evidence.
So, like, is any of this admissible in court?
They just yeah. Once they ask him where he got it. What's this? A burglar in jail. My opacity has returned.
I was gonna say, I liked a moment there where when it stopped, like, fading in, and you could just slightly see the bookcases through him.
Gavin. I didn't know you moonlighted in larceny, right? Gavin, there's something I have to ask you. Can I steal your stuff? The answer is no. My apologies, but there's not much I care to discuss.
Which is, like, again, like, it's not like this is his apartment. It's jail!
Yeah.
I think that if you get a visitor, they can say, hey, so-and-so's here to see you. I'm pretty sure you can say no.
Yeah.
They don't just let them into your house. Like,
He's sure trying to make this place a house.
yeah.
Baramisham hasn't received her verdict yet. You follow me, Gavin?
I love the really stiff head shakes and head nods in Ace Attorney because they have such, like, a limited number of, like, frames, you know? And so
Yeah.
every time someone moves their head, it's the jerkiest thing ever. Like Phoenix's nod where it's like he snaps his neck.
I love it. I
It's
honestly
so
love
good.
it.
I genuinely do like it, but I do sometimes think it's really funny.
Yeah, yeah. There are no known survivors of atroquinine poisoning. But it never hurts to hope. Okay, I'll be leaving now then.
I like to think that Kristoff said that and Phoenix was just like, okay, I'm gonna go.
You are wishing death upon a kid just kind of in front of me, so like I don't really know what you want me to say to that. Right. Wait. Yeah, Gavin? God, there is something like legitimately horrifying and menacing about him that I do really like.
Mm-hmm. Also,
He
I
is just
don't know why Phoenix didn't like have the guards confiscate this letter. Like,
yeah.
Kristoff is a prisoner. Like, okay, here's the thing. Fuck prisoners, obviously. But, like, he is a prisoner. They can just go through your shit and take stuff from you.
Yeah.
I don't know why that, you know, like, Kristoff
Yeah,
can
yeah.
be like, would you mind leaving that? And Phoenix can go, no, and just hand it to a guard.
Yeah.
Who has to be right outside the door.
God. But no, I do really like, he's just one of my favorite villains.
Mm-hmm.
I like the vibes. He just spooks me a bit. Not like you know what I mean? Like not like actually like I'm just like, ooh. Slimy. It's private. Oh, sorry. Forgot I had it. Many thanks.
There he goes!
Into his fucking chest.
It's so... They like, really exaggerate, like, almost too much. Like, they went, like, a little too far with the effect, and you're just like, hello?
The way he just balloons out like that is just really... They really liquefied him. We've now seen all the clues of this case. Did you like the last one? Clues I gathered over 7 long years. Now, it is time. Every story has an ending. We've come to the final chapter, the final trial. Find the truth.
You're the only ones who can.
Don't look at me. Look at Apollo. Don't be looking at me like that. I don't need that kind of stress in my life. To be
He's
continued.
crawling through the fourth wall.
Don't. Oh, hi.
He's like, I'm not done yet. He's like, I had more that I forgot
have more
about.
to say.
You know what? That's what conversations are like sometimes.
Yeah.
I hate when you know you're gonna be seeing or talking to someone and you have like a specific thing you wanted to
Yeah.
mention, even if it's not important, and then like you have the whole conversation, and then like that night you're like, well,
Yeah.
I forgot all that.
Yep.
Welcome to court. 7 years, all leading to one verdict.
I love that they have to do this again because they're like, this is a good stopping place for people, so we have to redo it. We have to, like, reestablish what's happening.
Yeah.
But when you, like, didn't stop, it's just like, yeah, Phoenix, we know. It's been 0.2 seconds.
He's like, we're still here, by the way.
Quick recap of our conversation we just had.
A verdict which you must decide. Is the defendant Veramisham innocent or guilty? The courtroom doors are opening. The trial awaits. Are you ready to begin?
Oh, did that not work? Okay. I thought that flash was me hitting the button because I pressed the spacebar and then nothing happened and I was like, hello? Who is this? Something inside me rising, surfacing. I don't think it's gonna let me pause, so I'll just read this part for now if there's any more text.
I was like, unless it's Kristoff, but...
Hi.
Hey, girl.
Something important. Lost long ago. It's close now. So close.
The little demon.
Yeah, exactly. October 9th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3.
Court is now in session for the trial of Veramisham.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
It's been 57 years since we last saw Apollo.
Oh, I missed him. God, I'm so pissed because, you know what this weekend is? Clavio just reminded me because he's a musician. This weekend is when we were young.
Oh.
And everyone's talking about the But Seriously Imagine It post because, I don't know if you know this, but everyone in that post is either there or has been spotted in Vegas. Like, Brendan Urie's not fucking there, invited obviously, but like, he's there. And Dan and Phil are attending when we were young.
Which I love for them. That's so funny.
So everyone's like, technically, it could happen.
What if?
It actually can't though, because they had to specify in the like festival rules, no flags are allowed.
They were like,
So,
we
like,
can't
they
let this
can't have-
happen. We can't let this happen.
We can't have the pride flag. Like, we have to. Someone has to make
I
it
totally
happen.
understand it being a safety issue and also
Oh,
like
yeah.
a just fucking in everyone's way issue.
Oh yeah, I've seen so many issues with people like who all like think that they like are gonna get noticed and they have a giant
or, like,
piece of poster board.
There's been at least one person, and we're not gonna go into details on that one because I don't want to talk about it on stream. Who,
of course,
climbed on stage with a flag, and
oof,
but didn't, because like there's lights lining it, and like fell off the stage. Lights were falling. Like they had to pause the concert because like. So like that was like a political statement attempt. So that's possibly another reason because there's been at least 1 or 2 concerts where like major disruption because like all of the equipment was falling off the stage. Like a dude fell into that weird gap because he tried to climb on the stage and then fell off. Like, you know, just like okay, no one bring flags. Bring a little like I don't know. Cover your arms.
They can
in
hold
rainbow
something
or
while they kiss, right?
Yeah.
I'm also just like. I'm also pissed, but I'm also hopeful that Depop listings will go down now and Mercari listings because apparently at MCR's section of merch, they're like selling some of the leftovers from the 2022 tour.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can it not be $300 on Depop now for that raincoat?
Fingers
like,
crossed for you.
They obviously still have boxes full of them. So can we all agree to like collectively lower the price?
Yeah. All right. Ready?
Yes.
No, you didn't.
Prosecution's ready to rock.
I was like, we didn't read this one. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Prosecutor Gavin, was the defendant Vera Misham's condition? Acute to troquinine poisoning. According to her physician, she could die at any time.
And I say this while snapping to the fun little beat in my head. Woo!
Thus, her absence from the courtroom today.
What? They can't put her on trial without her being here.
They've done this before, they'll do it again.
It is unusual.
They should wait for her to get better and do it then.
That's not how it works around here.
It's so bureaucratic of them.
Dude, talk to your uncle. You want to talk bureaucratic? Get Miles Edgeworth in here.
Oh, also one last thing. They did
Yes.
release the prices for Warped Tour because they brought Warped Tour back. It sucked.
How bad? How bad?
So 150 starting, which
Oh.
isn't as bad as some festivals, but here's the thing, you know how the whole point of Warped Tour is like it's a tour across the country, so like
Yeah.
even if you don't live in LA, like you got to see Fall Out Boy for $40, like, you know.
Yeah.
They are only doing 3 shows.
Oh, ouch.
One's in California, one's in DC, and the other one is I think somewhere else. So I'm like, okay, so it's not Warped Tour.
That's technically like a mini tour, maybe, possibly.
It's like
but
it feels more like a festival with multiple locations
yeah, I was
than
gonna
like
say,
a tour.
like 4 is not much of a tour. That's
And also they haven't released the lineup yet, even though I think pre-sale might start. And I'm like, no, you gotta say who's coming, cause
they're just trying to get people to go. Oh no, there's only four shows, so I have to buy a ticket.
3.
Three
It's sad.
to 3. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
I have like, cause what if so and so is there?
Exactly, and it's like, honestly, especially since so many of the classic Warped Tour bands are so much bigger now and might be doing their own tours, like, for all we know, Fall Out Boy's like, yeah, we're doing something. Sorry.
We're kind of busy.
Like, MCR5 has been predicted for, like, at any time now, and although we're slightly delusional, I'm like, they might literally be like, yeah, no, in 2025 and 6, like, we're doing that. So... There is a hoodie at the merch table, I will say. If anyone is listening to this and has a copy of the Dead hoodie that they don't want, please reach out. That's all.
Exactly.
That's being a little harsh. They can't delay the trial any longer, or they risk having no one left to try.
A trial without a verdict can only cause grief.
I mean, I think the child death would bring a bit of grief kind of either way.
Yeah, the death would be really rough.
Like, I
guys.
think it's kind of grief regardless.
Yeah.
The records of this case and experience tell us this. Apologies to the defendant, but the show must go on.
Right. If Vera dies, the trial will be cancelled. I'm not going to let that happen. Mr. Wright told me everything that's been going on behind the curtain all these years. I just kind of, like, blinked and he told me.
I was just kind of in a space with him, of sorts.
I'm going to give Vera her innocent verdict while there's still time.
Very well. Your opening statement, Prosecutor Gavin. The prosecution's case is unchanged by recent events. Why did Vera Misham succumb to poison? Because she couldn't live with the guilt of what she'd done.
I don't think you can
That
object
seems-
during an opening statement. Whatever.
But Vera was
Yeah, you
poisoned with
can't.
actor-quinine. The exact same poison that took her father's life.
That's not like a good argument.
Yeah, that
Apollo.
makes it
one was
sound
bad.
more like-
that one was a
Yeah,
bad
that makes
one.
it sound like she has a lot of it.
that
Like-
that was not a good one, Apollo. That was actually a very bad one.
Yeah, well, it was kind of ass.
You should not have said that.
But also, I do like the parallel of Clavier being like guilt that's like all-consuming, and it's like, oh man, you're gonna love this case.
What better confession could you ask for? Being the killer, she would have had access to the poison.
That was a really lame attempt.
Significant, since it's rather hard to come by.
Every single day, okay, we're gonna get right back to it. I think about the fact that, like, I think about, like, Kristoff waiting for, like, his poison plan to work, and it's been a while, and Clavier's out here releasing songs like After Quiet I Love, and Kristoff is having a fucking mental breakdown over it. And meanwhile,
next year is the like fake release date for that song, by the way. So.
And and then I'm also always thinking about the post this trial Twitter meltdown of everyone going, "Did Clavier Gavin know?" You know?
Oh yeah.
Like,
God, I love thinking about Gavin or Stan Twitter.
It's really good. Anyway,
it just makes me think about our discussion. Garlic salt? I don't know, girl. This is hard.
iconic.
It's true.
In other words, I see no need for further discussion. We could have had our verdict yesterday.
Me, when I'm like trying to do things, we could have had this done yesterday. We just didn't.
God, it always could have been done yesterday.
Ugh.
And yet.
And yet.
Oh, Mr. Justice. You have no objections. I see no reason to postpone a verdict.
What we need to worry about isn't the verdict, but the trial itself. The defense holds that Vera Misham is the victim, not the killer.
If that's so, then you have to prove something. She was in court giving her testimony before us.
Girl down. Diva down.
So stiffly.
Have you seen... I might have asked you this before. Did I ever send you the gay rat video?
I don't think so.
I will send you the gay rat video.
Alright, I'll remind you after.
Thank you.
How do you propose her killer poisoned? Oh, and incidentally, it would be nice if you told us who her mystery killer was.
You're gonna hate this, bestie.
Yeah. This is gonna be
a really bad time.
Sadly, Clavier, it will not be nice if he tells you.
You are not gonna be smiling through this one, my dude.
Oh, I need to draw Clavier. I need to think about him. I
was listening to Water Parks on the way home yesterday, and I don't remember the full title because it's long. The one about being paranoid, every time it came on, because Spotify sucks, I was like, I could draw an A for drawing to this.
Can you talk? You need to talk to me about this later, please.
Okay.
This combines things I like.
I know it does.
Self-Sabotage came on shuffle and I was taking out the trash, and I was like, wow, I love music. What a good song.
Mm-hmm.
Prosecution's objection is sustained. I ask the defense to prove its claims to this court. Tell us how Vera Misham was poisoned.
I've got two things to prove here. Who did it and how? Which to hit first?
I mean, we know the answer to both.
I know, let's just go down.
Yeah, like, I don't know if it matters.
I don't think it does.
How did the killer poison Vera Misham? I will focus first on the method used.
Any comments before we begin, Prosecutor
Can
Gavin?
we just hurry it up?
Like, I don't think they, like, okay.
Chop, 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 chop.
Not a bottle or container of the poison was found on the defendant's body. I see. So the vector of poisoning is Is the defense prepared to prove how the poison reached Vera Misham?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. What method was used to poison Vera Misham?
Boo, 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 boo. That's the one we got, right? Okay. Sometimes we get multiple items that look exactly the same but have different names, and you have to present the right one, and it always stresses me out. I thought he was gonna say creepy.
Like, God, now I'm just thinking about our talk about the expensive nail polishes and how they're all so fucking boring.
They're so boring.
This is my last tangent, I promise. There was this person I found on TikTok who, like, her whole thing is she, like, has nail polish thinner, and she loves to, like, revitalize really old, dried up polishes from, like, the 90s and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so sad seeing the more fun packaging and, like, all the fun and, like, funky colors. And I'm like, the fact that I would have to get, if I wanted this, I would also probably have to, like, bring back to life and thin out like a crusty polish someone's selling on eBay, and I'm like, why can't they just look like this now?
So true.
I mean, to be fair, I think people have like agreed that overall a lot of indie nail polish brands are still bringing that, but obviously that's like less accessible to like buy.
It's not like you can't
That's, like,
just like go to a CVS and buy it.
Yeah. Like, I know Mooncat is one that I've seen a lot of, and their stuff looks really awesome, but obviously you are paying a bigger price, which is, like, worth it, but it's also, like, you know,
Yeah,
you can't just go to CVS.
Now I need to get that money, get that shipping.
Yeah, you're not going to CVS and being like, I want this color polish from this outfit I'm wearing this week. Oh, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
What's this? My, what a beautiful bottle. I'd like to give whoever designed that a hand. Yeah.
Is that nail polish? That's right. Yeah, I love to think that Kristoff also just wears clear polish, like I said. It's colorless.
I like to think Clavier is like, fuck, shit, fuck. He sees that bottle and he's like, no, no.
I like to think there's multitudes in that,
He's like, no.
Yeah, here we go.
Something the matter?
Nothing.
Oh, you cut out.
Oh, I got too anguished. No, nothing. Nothing at all.
So the killer put poison in this bottle and made her drink it?
What? As Prosecutor Gavin has told us, this is nail polish. That you can't drink that.
Nail polish.
It's like paint for nails. Know any women with red nails?
God, this fucking bit.
Oh, my wife has red nails. I see, so she's been painting them all this time.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's recall yesterday's trial. Remember when Vera was testifying to the court? Whenever Vera became nervous, she had a habit of biting her nails.
Her nails?
Ah. Prosecutor Gavin, when the prosecution had Vera examined, did they check her nails?
Bailiff, have them check the defendant's nails at once. Mr. Justice.
Yes?
Do you know who did this?
Yeah, and it's about to make Clavier Gavin really upset.
Yeah, it's about to get bad, actually.
Prosecutor Gavin might need a chair.
Do you know who put poison in that nail polish?
Yes.
That bottle belongs to Vera Misham.
Why do you ask? Know someone else who might have a bottle like this?
Apollo, now you're just being mean.
Don't kick him while he's down.
Like, Clavier has like actually turned like, have you ever actually seen someone turn like green or gray?
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely like actually pale.
The only
and, like,
time I've seen it in like a really serious, fast way was when we were doing frog dissection in middle school. And I watched the guy at the table next to me turn such like a desaturated ashen green gray color and then sprint out of the room to throw up because of the smell of formaldehyde and the dissection. And like Clavier is changing colors rapidly, losing all color in his face. And Apollo's like, do you know anyone who might have a bottle like this? Do you? Like, Clavier's on the verge of a mental breakdown, and Apollo's like, this is gonna be sick.
No, just checking.
Me when I lie.
Me when it's so bad.
Sweating profusely. Like, yeah, it's fine.
God.
Mr. Justice. You are about to accuse someone of poisoning that bottle of nail polish.
Yes.
Please dispense with the chat. You realize the weight of this accusation? Here, let me show you.
Understood, Your Honor. No problem. I know what I'm doing this time.
And I'm being a little bit of a bitch about it.
Yeah.
Then let us ask.
Who poisoned Veramisham via her nail polish? Well, he's right there.
I know.
Awesome.
I was like, oh, it's so kind of them. He's right up front.
They already know that we know at that point. They're like, yeah, here you go.
If you got it wrong, it would be a little embarrassing.
What's this? Christoph Gavin?
Objection!
That's your game.
My bro. I feel like he's always said my brother. So I know they're trying, he's just like cutting himself off.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
But since they used ellipses instead of like
My
an
bro.
M dash, it does look like he's saying my bro.
Yeah. There's no way he could do a thing like that.
He says when Kristoff is already in jail for murder.
Yeah. You should know that better than anyone else.
Apollo's like, actually, it's the opposite because I saw how he treated service workers sometimes.
He is behind bars.
I know. However, that doesn't mean it was impossible to do what he did.
What?
Ask yourselves when he put the poison in the bottle. It could have been yesterday. It could have been a month ago. Maybe it was a year ago. Or perhaps it was 7 years ago. And you might be asking yourself, after 7 years, doesn't nail polish get really gross and you should just throw it out? Yes. But I guess she didn't.
But
I say this as someone who is bad at throwing things out and has found like
Yeah.
super, super, super old nail polish, and my brain goes, can we save this? And I look at it and go, what? No.
Well, to be fair, I've seen that lady make
exactly,
miracles
exactly.
happen.
That lady made
you just need to
miracles
get
happen.
Yeah, you literally just need
Vera's out here with nail polish, like, remover thinner, just, like,
Thinner,
carefully
yeah.
adding, like, a drop every few months because
Yeah,
it's
you can,
super fucking
Yeah, you can
old.
use nail polish remover, but if you just use nail polish remover, because I've done this to save some polishes in desperate measures as a kid, it can like erode change the color slightly, like or if it has glitter, it could like strip the color off the glitter and like not and some consistencies. So yeah, but she's savvy enough. Maybe she has like actual polish thinner.
but
It's really funny to imagine that one of the reasons the poison wasn't working, like, super great is because she's had to, like, water it
Yeah,
down so much
it's
over
just
the years
diluted.
because she's used it so much and she's added so much thinner to, like, try to really make it stretch out that
Yeah.
there's, like, it's like, oh god, what is it called? Hemiopathy? It was, like, some people still use it, but it's the idea that, like, you put, like, a tiny little bit of, like, an essential oil or a poison in water, and then you take one part of that and put it in 100 parts of water, and one part of that in 100 parts of water, over and over and over again until you basically just have water. And that's her nail polish now. It's barely nail polish. There's, like, no poison in it.
Even funnier, there's like a weird chemical reaction. She adds the thinner, and there's like a little poof of like toxic fumes, and she's like, huh.
like in cartoon where it makes a little skull.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. She's like, interesting. Okay.
It's
Christoph
homeopathy.
Gavin had no
I'm
motive
sorry.
for killing this poor girl.
Sorry, I got the word wrong. It's homeopathy. My bad.
Simply inconceivable.
Prosecutor Gavin doesn't seem to think so. He looks like he's about to pass out. That face tells me one thing. Christoph Gavin's own younger brother doesn't find it inconceivable at all, and this is something that
Clavier should probably be objecting to. Right?
Whew, yeah.
This itself is not admissible in court, I don't believe. I don't think you can be like, the prosecution
Yeah.
is sweating, therefore I'm right.
Well, Prosecutor Gavin, if you feel there is a clear and pressing need, then we may have to summon Christoph Gavin from jail as a special witness.
wasting more time and police resources.
Fine.
Jesus.
I've known for some time that an impenetrable darkness lurked at the bottom of this. A darkness that has swallowed even myself.
Okay. Apollo's like, alright.
And then Apollo's gonna say something gay as hell about it later, so... You know.
Hmm.
Okay. The defense's wish is granted. Let prisoner Christoph Gavin takes a stand.
And then they have to take another 2-hour recess because you can't just
Yeah.
take someone out of jail. There's like a whole procedure to it. And you need to get transport.
Yeah, they're not just gonna let him, like, walk over.
Yeah.
Bailiff, begin proceedings to call a special witness. The witness is Christoph Gavin, currently residing in solitary cell 13 at Central Prison.
Everyone else, get lunch. Hi.
Ah, Your Honor. How nice to see you again.
It's been quite a while, hasn't it?
To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? It's not every day I'm summoned from my solitary cell. In fact, it's never.
Phoenix Wright keeps showing up and being fucking annoying. Oh, I think you already know, Mr. Christoph Gavin. That wasn't awkward at all. Oh.
Ah, Mr. Justice. I hear you've been doing quite well for yourself.
1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Great. I just did a Duolingo lesson because I suck and I still use Duolingo. And I got an ad for the Duolingo webtoon.
They have a webtoon now?
They do. It's called Duolingo.
Is it with, like, the
Unleashed.
little is it, like, with the little people, or is it the owl, or
and
what?
the owl.
That feels so corporate. I'm sorry.
No, Duolingo, not Duolingo. Well, Duolingo, yes, obviously, but webtoon has gotten. It's been this way for a while, but I've noticed, especially in the past few years, it's got increasingly corporate, with like. And I'm not dunking on anyone who enjoys this one, but I think the first time I really noticed it beyond just like, oh, this comic that like they contracted a person to draw, like, you know how they do? They have contracts.
Yeah.
Has gotten really popular. It was the Wayne Family Adventures. That was the first one where I was like, oh, this is just, we're just corporate now. Like, because that's an
And it
official...
sucks because, like, I know it's like one of the better sites to put a webcomic
It's
on
not,
too,
though.
because you
it's
get.
not. It's real. Like it's really bad. The contracts are really bad.
Oh, and then more like not the contracts, but more like if you just, because I know there's a lot of people who don't have contracts who simply just post webcomics on there because there's like an audience.
But like most of the audience only goes from the top for the popular ones that are all webtoon contracts, and the contracts are so bad that like you probably don't even want to start uploading there because it's such a specific upload style. And you have to, and to get popular on Webtoon, you have to be uploading at the same rate as these contracted ones, which is weekly, really long updates. And people are expecting that level of polish from all of the Webtoons. So it's not very good. But
and
yeah,
I really want to make a webcomic at some point too.
I just would not use Webtoons.
Very,
But yeah, I know a lot of people who really like Wayne Family Adventures, and there's nothing against that, but that's the one where I was like, oh, this is an official DC... I'm not gonna call it a comic, like, it's a webcomic, but it's not, like, one of their normal comics, you know what I mean. It's an official DC, like, thing. DC approves this. And it's just on Webtoons. And I remember when Webtoons literally, like, they didn't even have contracts. They just were a upload site. So it's real, but that's when I was like, oh, I see. But yeah, Duolingo has 5 episodes out. And want to keep reading and get your 1 month free Super Duolingo? Download the Webtoon app, sign in, and read all 5 episodes on the app. So.
Yay.
Yeah. Anyway. Let's put this man in jail again. Why
Maybe
do I
a
feel
normal
like
cell this
somehow
time.
he's still my boss?
Stiff upper lip, Apollo. You can do it.
Wow.
Whenever
Whenever you're stiff upper lip,
Uh-huh.
I do just think about Barbie Princess and the Popper.
I do too, as you should. But I was gonna say, I actually don't know why Kristoff is in solitary. But at the same time, you can do like a lot of things to get thrown into solitary. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty rough, and it's pretty rough. But
And if I remember correctly, it can also be like a temporary punishment a lot of the time
well,
too.
that is what I meant. Like
Okay.
it can be that. But I don't know why he isn't in Gen Pop at all. Like aside from that, like
He's just so fucked up.
because he's like, I guess I've always been confused, like, why is he getting special treatment, but at the same time that special treatment is technically solitary. Like, there are like separations where they will have people in not necessarily solitary, but like a separate group of people who are at risk if they're with the general population. But
Yeah.
I don't know what risk Kristoff would pose. In the case, he's just in solitary, but he's also in like the fanciest solitary where he's basically just in a hotel. And it's a video game. It doesn't matter, but I am just like, what was going on in there? Because I feel like did we ever see a CG of Blackwell's prison cell? This is gonna bother me.
I'm not sure. We have to Google it.
I don't want his heroes page. I don't want a Reddit thread about it. I want the wiki page. I want the images. Thank you. Image gallery, in-game images. Yeah, he's just straight up in, like, he looks like he's in a jail. Like, he, like, very, like cartoonishly, like that doesn't look like a long-term prison. It looks like a overnight jail cell. But this is his jail in prison. This is his cell in prison, and he's got like concrete flooring and one of those like shitty camp beds. But like, how is he getting it's whatever. Anyway, we're playing the video game.
Does this bottle look familiar?
Ariadne nail polish? Why, yes, I use it myself. As did the late defendant, I hear.
She's not dead yet.
And? Was there something concerning this bottle you wish to ask me about? I admit I respect her for her taste in nail polish.
Her taste indeed. This nail polish was how Veramisham was poisoned.
Atroquinine, was it?
You're well informed about the case, Mr. Gavin.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird because he's supposed to be in prison where he wouldn't have been necessarily able to hear about all this? Isn't that odd? Wouldn't it be weird
Yeah.
that someone's telling him this information when you shouldn't be sharing any information with witnesses because you don't want them to learn information? Interesting.
Even in solitary, much comes to my desk. Because they let me have a desk in there.
And they don't vet your stuff that comes in through like, I'm being too nitpicky, but like, you know what I mean.
Yeah. They let him have a fucking bird in there, so I guess it's whatever.
They really don't give a shit.
And I have nothing to do but read. Well, Clavier? Maybe you can explain this?
Long arm.
Long arm. You're being accused again. By him. Again. Ah, and you agree with his accusation, do you?
Let's hold a proper trial, shall we? Christoph Gavin, your testimony, please.
I'd be delighted.
Charges against you are quite severe, Mr. Gavin. You are suspected of the poisoning of the defendant, Veramisham. Please testify on this matter to the court.
Woo!
Owning the same nail polish does not a murderer make. I have been in solitary confinement for half a year. How could I poison her? Her father died of the same poison, the meaning of which should be clear. The prosecution's case holds. She poisoned her father, then attempted to poison herself.
She did like a bad job if she tried to poison herself, though.
Yeah.
Like a bad one. Not to be like she should have tried harder, but like if she was trying to do that, why didn't she do it better?
Mm-hmm. Surely you aren't going to suggest I was responsible for poisoning her father, too. Yeah, actually.
Yeah, that we actually are gonna do that, dude.
All of it.
Yeah, that's our plan, bestie.
It is indeed all of those things. So.
Woohoo.
Well, afraid the defense's claim is sound rather unlikely.
Naturally. For one, I don't even know the Mishams.
Lying liar who lies.
Me when I lie. Isn't that so, Mr. Justice?
Very well. Mr. Justice, begin your cross-examination.
I'm accusing Christoph Gavin, my ex-boss, but I know he poisoned the Mishams. The question is, when could he have done it? Not to mention why.
Don't worry, dude. It was so explicitly spelt out for us. It's just a matter of which ones I have to... Is this a...
I think this is the one where... Yeah, I think so, but I don't know if we have to do anything before then.
Let's just go for it. We can just leave if it's not happening.
Alright, well, we know where.
Hey.
What's going on here? Yeah.
I forgot I had to hit it twice. It's right at the end.
Yeah, no worries.
We do this so rarely, honestly, that I'm always like, how many times do I push this button? Because I don't want to, like, skip things.
Yeah, no, very fair.
My mic is also right where all the button things line up, so I don't see the confirm, and I was like, do I hit it again?
It was you who killed Drew Misham. I know because you get a scary skull on your hand, sir.
Bluff worthy of your new mentor, Mr. Wright.
Oh, really? But you see, I saw it.
I wish you would stop doing this.
Right when you
Yeah,
said
like, you
her
have to keep that
father,
to yourself.
This one is even more absurd because it's like your hand is twitching, but in a specific way where I can see a skull. Like, what?
Your hand tensed unnaturally, and a little devil appeared to give me the news.
Why are they all so little? Why are they all little?
I feel like I legally have to name this VOD, like, the Little Devils. Like, what is happening? It's Little Devils
you have
all
to
the way
call
down.
you have to call this VOD the little devils and demons.
Like, what's going on? Why
Why are they
have
all little?
Yeah.
Why are they all so little?
It feels like one person got a hold of this section of the script and was like, I need to mention devils and demons a million times.
They just did not have another analogy to explain any of it.
They were like, we only know one thing, and that's devils and demons.
And let's assume, for the sake of argument, that I love how people, like, I remember in like 2020 or something, I saw people just saying how much he sounds like Ben Shapiro here.
Yeah.
And I can't unhear it. And let's assume, for the sake of argument, that you saw me being tense.
That's the thing. again, we say this all the time, but Apollo just, like, shouldn't be bringing this stuff up in court because immediately any, like, competent prosecutor would be like, no, her swallowing is not evidence of anything. You need to come up with something better. Like, again, I think it's fine if it, like, triggers a different line of thought for him, like, because it'd be hard for, like, to then go, it would be pointless if it then went into, now you have to present evidence. But if it like unlocked a new thought for Apollo, like a thought line or something, that I think would work better than every single time he's like, you started sweating in your armpits, so you're lying, you know?
What does that mean? Are all tense witnesses guilty?
Like, kind of. It definitely means they're lying. This happens every case.
And tell me, was Drew Misham fond of nail polish too?
Sorry, but there's more than one way to poison a man. You don't need nail polish to get some...
Okay.
You don't need nail polish to get to someone's mouth.
I guess you're right, but what a weird sentence.
Ah, then I must be very talented indeed. You see, Drew Misham was killed on October 6th. While I was already in my solitary confinement cell at Central Prison. That's not an alibi. I don't know what is.
But you found a way all the same. And I found it too. And by me, I mean Mr. Right. This is how you poisoned Mr. Misham.
Throws a stamp at his face. It sticks to his forehead.
I'm sure this commemorative stamp requires no introduction. The night Mr. Misham died, he was seen writing a letter. After quinine was found on this stamp, Mr. Gavin.
So am I to understand the stamp was the murder weapon?
Yes, you are. Oh, and yes, this stamp was found in your prison cell.
I bet he's gonna be normal.
I bet he's gonna have a really good response to this that will be very level-headed.
That's all, Your Honor. That's all, folks.
Order! 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 Poison on the back of that stamp?
After Drew Misham was killed, someone paid a visit to this witness's cell, and you might be thinking, isn't this a bad way to get evidence? You'd be right, but just, like, trust that this person got it from his cell, I guess.
Like, you know?
Yeah.
Especially since it's Phoenix, like...
I guess Phoenix could just anonymously submit the footage, maybe.
I guess it's just one of those things where I'm like, this is not a good way to get evidence.
Yeah.
And, like, Phoenix should know better.
Phoenix right.
Especially since, like, he immediately he picked it up, sprayed it. You know, like, I feel like maybe get Emma in there. You know, I don't know. It's very, like, ooh.
Daddy?
That's when he found the stamp. You made Drew Misham write you a letter. That's how you killed him.
What? My. You've upset my poor brother to the point of uselessness. Allow me to clarify this matter, Justice.
I don't want to.
All you need do is recall witness Sparkbrushell's testimony.
Beep, 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 beep.
He was looking for a stamp. Ergo, he had no intention of using this stamp.
What are you getting at?
What I'm arriving at is that this commemorative stamp was in a frame.
And you know that why?
Yeah, why don't we point that out?
Because it's a video game and they won't let us. They didn't code it.
It was mere coincidence that he used it then. I guess.
That would seem to be the case.
Or perhaps you mean to suggest that I can somehow manipulate coincidence.
Indeed.
Does have a point. How would this witness know if the victim was going to use that stamp? Without that, he couldn't have planned the murder.
What? Come on, Apollo.
Really, Pierre? You should be seeing through these weak-spined bluffs by now.
He's right, though. How could anyone have known Mr. Misham would use that stamp that night? Least of all, Christoph Gavin locked away in his cell.
Well, seems that the defense has run out of things to say.
You assume he had something to say in the first place.
Me, sometimes when I see posts on the internet.
Yeah. I believe the defense's bluff has been called. Is it defense's bluff? I'm not sure I agree with you there, Christoph. Clavier? Honestly, I wanted to believe you. But the defense wasn't trying to get away with a bluff. You were, Christoph.
What are you saying, Prosecutor Gavin?
Air forehead. What was your accusation again?
It was that...
This poison stamp killed Drew Misham, yeah?
Yeah.
To which my brother responded thusly. There was no way to know when Misham would use the stamp.
Yes, that's right. Why it couldn't have been planned.
Tell me. Needs to be planned. Why?
Honestly, it's shocking Apollo didn't come to this conclusion himself.
Mm-hmm. Why couldn't it have been a coincidence?
Like, both these deaths are literally just coincidences, but it is never not funny how bad Christoph actually is at murder.
Yeah.
It's really funny. Like, he is the mastermind of this game, except for the fact that, like, he kills 3 people, 2 of which he waited 7 years to die, and gets caught immediately for all of them.
Womp womp.
like, yes, he's a scary, creepy guy, except for the fact that he sucks at it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he had Phoenix fooled for maybe a day? Phoenix, like, immediately started investigating him. I forgot it was that recent. It was literally, like, within, like, the week he was disbarred, he started investigating Christoph. I forgot it was that recent. I thought there was, like, a bit of time. I think the fandom, like, some fandom does a little bit longer between. In the game, he's, like, immediately suspicious. And immediately knows. Like, he got away with nothing. Phoenix just didn't have the power to do anything.
Yeah.
Like, this man has been losing since day 1. He's our big bad, but he sucks at it. He's a good big bad in the sense that the writing is good, but he's a bad big bad in the sense that he's terrible at it.
His ego makes him forget that he can't do this for shit.
He's so bad at it.
The defense's case is simply that Drew Misham died by that stamp. That's all.
Coincidence?
Apollo literally just go with it because he's helping you and has no reason to.
Kristoff, you tried to slip out from under his accusation by changing the subject. That's not bluffing, but is.
That was not right, but what was it? It was almost close, but that's not bluffing. What is it? Okay, got it.
Oh, what is it? Oh, my
No,
bad.
it's okay. I just, like, because of my job, I was like, that wasn't right, but I don't know what was wrong about it. I do that all the time at work, where I'm like, that was wrong, but I don't know how. And I have to listen to it, like, 4 times, and then I'm like, oh, it was missing.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that isn't right. Even though I'm looking at the text, I'm like,
Fascinating. Alright. What are you up to, Clavier? I'd ask you the same question, Kristoff. I silenced the defense with the fewest words possible. It's called efficiency.
But, Mr. Gavin, that's impermissible testimony.
Very well. I shall take his claim head on then. Justice.
What?
You accuse me of Dremisham's murder, yes? Then allow me to ask you. What possible reason could I have to kill a painter?
Apollo? Motive! He's talking about a motive.
it's always so awkward when they're like, yeah, we have a female assistant here. We just need her to, like, say the most obvious thing ever because it's been a while. Like, things Trucy has added to the conversation the past half hour. Daddy, ... and Apollo, he's talking about a motive.
Give her more screen time.
They do this to Maya and Pearl all the time. It's really annoying.
do.
And I know it's just because they, like, don't have anything for them to say. Like, they just don't. But, like, I don't know if giving them, like Maya especially gets a lot of Edgeworth ... like, all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because they just have nothing for them to add, but they're like, ah, shit, don't forget that this character is here. In case we need them later.
Indeed. It's hard to see how an attorney could come to want to kill a painter.
Now here's something. Why didn't he bring up the motive from the very beginning? Unless he was afraid it was a battle he might lose.
So, what does it mean?
It means that there might be a weak spot. Maybe I have some evidence to prove a motive.
Guess he wasn't thinking that sentence in parentheses either. Guess he said that out loud also.
I guess. I don't know.
Also, I really have to quick grab my water cup. I'll be right back.
Okay.
A motive for murder. This is a vital, if not the most vital element in this case. Please consider this when making your statement.
I'd say it's about this vital. You're gonna have to forgive me for my bad German.
That's pretty vital. Well, Mr. Justice, I'm going through with this no matter what. Understood, Your Honor. I'd like to present evidence. Then let's see what you have for us. What reason did Kristoff Gavin have for wanting to murder Drew Misham?
What reason did Kristoff Gavin have for wanting to murder Trumisha?
Is this the right one? Yes. Forged, yes. I was like, I don't want to awkwardly present the wrong notebook page.
Kristoff's like, damn, your mentor also had you present that page, huh?
Kristoff Gavin's motive becomes clear when we consider why the stamp came to Drew Misham's studio in the first place.
And why was that?
Forgery, Your Honor. Go back 7 years. Drew Misham accepts his first job creating forged evidence.
I've seen that before. From a diary, wasn't it? Fee Grammary's diary.
Yeah, his name's on it.
When attorney Phoenix Wright lost his bad. Yes.
He's saying it, like, wistfully. Like, he's remembering a good memory. He's like, oh, yeah.
Like,
That was
aw.
such a good day.
That was so nice. I love that.
It is really funny how, like, petty Kristoff is for someone who, like, objectively sucks at, like, getting revenge for his pettiness.
Yeah.
Like, he's really petty, and he will kill people over said pettiness. But he's gonna do it badly. You know?
He's gonna do it so bad.
Yeah, like, he thinks he's such a big shot, and he's like, it's like, dude, at least, like, Von Karma got away with it for, like, what, 15 years?
Yeah. Like, man.
Like, he actually killed the guy 15 years ago. You killed the guy, like, this week, on accident.
This was the evidence he presented to his law.
Literally the only thing he did that he didn't immediately get kept caught for was this.
Yeah,
like,
the
he did-
non-murder.
And he did technically get caught, because Phoenix figured it out immediately. Phoenix just didn't have the pieces in place to get him in trouble for it. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Phoenix has also known this for 7 years. They've just been dicking around each other for 7 years while Phoenix tried to, like, get things in place to actually get this man arrested.
This evidence is a fake, yes, but did Mr. Wright request the forgery be made? That was never proven.
The defense attorney on such a case was Phoenix Wright. Who, other than him, drunk with the prospect of victory, could have done it?
God, you all talk like this.
And why would they?
Because your brother is like a really petty asshole? Like, that's all? Just out of curiosity, do you remember this letter? This is the first page. And this is the second.
Really good writing. Ronnie?
Oh. Sorry, my Wi-Fi died.
Oh,
I'm still
no!
Discord's okay. There we go. I was just texting in stream space. I was like,
Okay.
help. I don't know what happened.
No worries.
I didn't even do anything. My router's like across the room. It just decided
It
like
was
I'm taking a nap.
done. I'm done now. I'm giving up.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Like I didn't even touch anything. I was just like, oh okay. All right.
Those were presented in court yesterday. This letter was sent to Drew Mission by the client who requested that forgery.
The enclosed stamp was none other than the poisoned commemorative stamp Drew Misham to his last breath just the other day. However, the motive for his murder was already 7 years old.
Can you imagine how stressful that would be? Waiting for these people to die?
Mm-hmm.
And they're just not dying, and you were like, but the girl chews her fingernails, and I gave her nail polish. And I told this asshole to use the stamp. And he fucking didn't. So why won't they die?
7 years old.
The client who requested the forgery was very cautious. He tried to erase anything and anyone with connection to the forgery.
To keep them from talking.
But he made a mistake.
We talked about this. We were like, you don't give a child with an obsession something that, like, you're like, okay, you're gonna use this, and it's gonna be gone. Like, okay.
Yeah.
The killer's time bomb was delayed. The poisoned stamp was sealed within a glass frame, where it sat for 7 whole years.
Yeah, he's feeling normal.
I think so.
Bare forehead. Do you understand what you're telling us? The one who schemed up the forged diary page was the one who poisoned the stamp.
I thought you already had gotten to this point of acceptance, bestie.
And it was Phoenix Wright who presented the forged evidence 7 years ago. Adding the two statements together, the one who schemed to kill Drew Misham was none other than Phoenix Wright.
Apollo's like, that is not at all the conclusion you should have drawn from this conversation.
Wrong.
I need like a soundboard so I can just like hit a buzzer sound.
You do need a soundboard. Don't you have like a Steam Deck
I
somewhere?
do, I just don't have any sounds attached to it. I should probably figure out how to do that. Because at the very least, I would have to find it and isolate it. But the Layton games, whenever there's like new evidence, there's like a doom sound.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I would love access to that at any point in time.
Sorry, but that's not how this is going to go down.
Oh, then how will it go down?
I checked through the records on that case. I guess that's what we did. When I found this.
In a way.
7 years ago, just before the trial began.
The Layton doom sound. I'm so glad you know what I'm talking about, Hannah. I do love the fic, and I don't know. I think it's a slight AU, but I can't remember, and I can't actually find it, where Trucy actually also gets poisoned. And there is this scene where, like, they're in the WAA, like, frantically, or maybe she almost gets poisoned, like, frantically going through, like, all of their stuff in the kitchen, like, all these boxes, spraying everything with luminol. And they find Kristoff gave them just, like, a ton of poison shit. I can't remember what it was.
If you find it, let me know.
That's such like a vague description that maybe I'll send like that description to like Tony's server and Grace will be like, I know exactly what fic you're talking about. Because I feel like maybe Trucy also was painting her nails or something, but they have this moment maybe in the courtroom where they're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
How much after Quinine is like in our space, and it's like they have to go through all their stuff. I enjoy fics where like you see more of the paranoia from Phoenix and Trucy. I think it's fun. Anyway,
yeah. And one more thing. Phoenix Wright was put on that case the day before the trial started, which seems to keep happening to us. He didn't have time to request a forgery.
The day before.
Oh, baby, did no one tell you that? That's embarrassing.
Now here's a question. Just who was Shady Enigmar's previous defense attorney? This should have been really easy for you guys to figure out.
No, this can't all be.
But it is all true. There was another man, a defense attorney with a badge on his collar. It was you, Kristoff Gavin.
Whose arms look really stiff in that.
Order! 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 What is the meaning of this? Yes? I mean, defendant, former lawyer?
Let me begin by denying this.
He said, can I speak at Apollo 1? No!
It's easy enough to look up, Mr. Gavin.
And impossible to prove if you can't.
What does that mean?
I'm sure it means something to him.
Attorneys are registered with the court the day before the trial begins. In other words, no record remains in the court.
I guess that's true for Ace Attorney, because I was about to go, that doesn't sound right.
How exactly did you intend to prove Phoenix Wright's claim?
That would be difficult. I'm afraid this line of inquiry won't yield.
Our forehead. Are you sure you don't have evidence?
What's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks clammy.
He's looked that way for about an hour, Truce.
Yeah, I think he's just doing bad.
Evidence. Evidence that shows this man, Kristoff Gavin, requested that forgery 7 years ago. flabbier. Just prove it. Clear up these doubts now, or I swear I'm off this
And
case.
then we have to fucking start over and do a mistrial.
He must have thought of some evidence, Apollo.
Thanks, Trissy.
Prosecutor Gavin looks like he's in physical pain. That darkness.
That's what I was saying. He's gonna say some gay ass shit about it.
I know, and I know people love this line. Unfortunately, I find it goofy.
I like it.
I know, everyone else likes this line. I just think it's extra cheesy.
I have to pull the darkness out of him, and proof is the only way I can.
I tend to find that they both do this, Phoenix and Apollo, where they have like these big moments where they're like, I have to blah blah blah, and sometimes I get a little poetic about it, and all the time, every time I'm like, oh my god.
No, I completely understand.
What proves Christoph Gavin's link to Drew Misham?
Well, Mr. Justice, you claim Christoph Gavin requested a forgery of Drew Misham 7 years ago. Prove it.
The elastic grabby hands.
It can be proven. Okay.
Simply ridiculous. Why even discuss it? This evidence is not.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
You
Shut up.
telling the truth, Apollo Justice?
I am.
Then, I say we give him the benefit of the doubt.
Very well. This guy being normal about this, I don't really care. But if you're wrong about this, be prepared for a penalty.
Your Honor, you do the defense an injustice. Mr. Justice is clearly passionate about his claim. Should the penalty not match his passion?
I don't think you can just do that, by the way, Kristoff. I
Yeah,
don't think you're
well,
allowed.
They're letting him because I mean, why not, I guess.
I haven't given a penalty like that in a long time. Well, Mr. Justice,
Fine, Your Honor. All I have to prove is any kind of link. Something that ties Christoph Gavin to Drew Misham. And I have something that clearly does the job.
Is it the yellow letter?
I think so.
I mean, what else could it be?
I don't know. I'm
Like,
pretty sure.
Kristoff got sent a letter addressed from Drew Misham. Like, what else could, like...
Yeah.
very well, Mr. Justice, present your evidence.
I mean,
Kristoff,
it's like, if you want to save, we can.
No, I'm trying to figure out why Kristoff didn't flush it down a toilet. You
You
know?
just want to reminisce.
Yeah, like, why are you displaying it on a table? Like, fucking tear it up. Put it in the trash. Flush it down the toilet. Like, why are you leaving it out? For Phoenix Wright
He's
to
so
just
bad at
spray
this.
with shit. He's so
Show
bad
us
at
the
it.
link between our witness and Drew Misham.
Not to talk about white collar really quick, but to talk about white collar really quick. In like the very first episodes, they're like talking about art forgers, and the reason they catch this art forger is because Neil is like, well, the thing about being an art forger is like you can be this amazing artist, but you never get to sign any of your work. But and then
Yeah.
he shows like the guy's initials in the forgery, and they go to a church and they find his same artistic signature, and it's just like that's the same energy Christoph Gavin is bringing, where he's like committing a crime and then signing it. Like he's like framing this evidence essentially and hanging it up on the wall. Like, what are you doing? Throw it out. Like, Kristoff even knows that this evidence was taken. He knows Phoenix saw this. And he knows Phoenix works with Apollo. Like, why would he be like, that evidence doesn't exist? Like, what are you talking about? I mean, it's like it's his ego, and he's like, I can't, they're not gonna catch me. But like, come on, dude, flush it down the toilet.
This evidence proves there's a link.
That scrap of paper? I'm afraid I can't let you submit that.
And why? Is there some problem?
There is. How could you possibly have that? You couldn't.
Hey, that's Daddy's handwriting.
Trucy.
Girl,
Like,
not now.
Mr. Wright's handwriting? What is the meaning of this?
girl, hold your tongue.
Clavier's gonna shoot himself.
Clavier's on the brink of like a complete
He does
and
not want to hear that.
total meltdown. And Trucy's like, Daddy's handwriting? Like, girl, shut up. We're in a court of law.
Ah, I see. Yes, of course.
What do you mean, of course?
I just remembered I had a visitor yesterday.
Almost slipped into Sigma-isms. I'm so sorry. I'm jump scaring Hannah. Just, and why? Stupid.
Phoenix Wright came to my cell, except I wasn't there.
I mean, the reason we were like, why would they let him in? For plot reasons. But still, why'd they let him in?
Phoenix Wright? When I returned, I saw he had something of mine in his possession. Of course, I had no intention of letting him get away with reading my private mail.
Mail? You mean this letter was in your cell?
However, it appears Mr. Wright is yet to be cured of his bad forging habit.
Well, if it's a forgery, it's not a very good one. The handwriting's terrible.
This is Mr. Wright's reproduction of what was written in the real letter. He just, like... Look. He just, like, took this flyer off a wall and folded it into
He
an
filmed
envelope.
it.
Reproduction?
It's really... Does it actually say that in our... whatever.
When Mr. Wright visited Christoph Gavin's cell,
Does it actually, what does it say in our...
Yeah, I'm curious.
Oh, it
Okay,
it
yeah.
just says record of all the... Well, now it does. It's updated.
Okay.
It's updated, yeah. It didn't before. I was like, did it say that before?
he brought with him a small video camera.
I do love the idea that Phoenix was like, shit, it's bright yellow. I don't have a bright yellow envelope. And he saw like a flyer at a coffee shop. So he just like took the flyer and folded it into an envelope and was like, good enough for a fake.
Oh, he got wrinkly about
Yeah,
that.
they were like, add shadows, add shadows.
He got all creased.
Me when I'm
They
pressed.
folded him.
Literally pressed. Like origami.
We have to iron him out.
Quick.
What?
Gotta put him in the bathroom, steam him out.
He recorded his entire conversation with you, Mr. Gavin. It was really weird. And the contents of your personal mail, which, I was gonna say it's a crime, but you're in jail, so that's allowed.
Regardless. This mockery of a piece of evidence will never be accepted by the court. Evidence based on a video a man with no authority whatsoever claims he took. A man who happens to be an ex-attorney suspected of forgery.
I don't know why we didn't submit the video. Like,
Yeah.
why'd we submit the faked letter? Why didn't we just
I guess it's
submit
like
the-
supposed to just like go without saying. I don't know.
I don't know. I would have not submitted this faked letter. I would have just had Phoenix submit the video as a whole.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason to be like, and here's a crafts project.
Yeah.
Prosecutor Gavin?
Other than them wanting to have that moment where Trucy is like, this is Daddy's handwriting. Like, it's completely unnecessary.
Prosecutor Gavin, do you need, like, medical assistance? You don't look good.
As embarrassing as this is for me to say, I'm afraid my brother is incapable of making rational judgments at the moment.
Why is my sister's door open again?
Hi, Maya.
She's not here. I keep closing it because I don't
Ghost.
want Faye going in there.
Ghost Maya. I guess.
I guess.
That's my theory. Little demon.
Ooh.
The little devils. Your Honor, your decision, please.
Defense's claim is denied.
What?
The actual evidence is permitted in a court of law.
Which is why I don't know why we didn't submit the video. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Please remove the defense's evidence from the record.
Better luck next time, Justice.
We've certainly taken a detour from our cross-examination, but the defense appears to be lacking proof. I'm forced to end the cross-examination of Christoph Gavin at this point.
Apollo, do something!
I'm thinking, but without evidence because your dad didn't give me the video, I don't have anything I can use on him.
Very well. This ends the special witness's cross-examination.
The show's over, yet the crowd screams for more. He's doing all this, but you know he's like shaking.
Yeah.
Only now do I understand why.
Prosecutor Gavin?
Frankly, I'm relieved. This has been bothering me for 7 whole years. Do I want to allow Java to make changes on my device? Not right now. I didn't click on it. I just like pulled it up and I was like, oh, hi, I wasn't talking to you. And I'm tired of the whole youthful angst scene. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I do like this line a lot. Now's our chance. Let's clean out the family closet, eh, Krista? Clavier, you're spinning out of control. Yes, let's go. I love this entire exchange, if you even care. Calm yourself before you say something you'll regret. Spinning out of whose control? Mine or yours? Take a moment to consider everything you've built. Your reputation as a prosecutor, your fame with the masses.
I don't know why this would make, like, his fans not like him. Like, I understand Christoph is just doing a little bit of a manipulation, but, like, if we know anything from fans, they...
I guess just like, I guess it would just be like if, like, seen as like Christoph just, like, Clavier just attacking his brother, but I don't know.
I also don't think people would care still.
I also don't either. You could lose it all, Clavier.
He would actually be fine. Yeah, you should be objecting.
Apollo, did you see that? He's trying to press Prosecutor Gavin.
Prosecutor Gavin, try to remember what's really important to you.
You amuse me, Air Forehead. I couldn't forget what's really important to me, even if I tried.
It's this sick guitar solo.
In fact, I haven't. Not even once. Yeah, like, I'm awake! I'm awake! I love ongoing jokes that you only understand if you've woken up in a room with me. And you're just like, oh, it's so loud.
Here it is again.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
It works though.
It
You have
does.
to
You're
admit it's like that first guitar hits and I'm like, you know what?
I guess
I'm ready
I'm
for the
up
day,
now.
I guess. I'm always scared when it's like, oh, put like a chill song to like ease into it. I'm like, I will just sleep through it.
Yeah, I understand.
Like, I might not, but I don't want to test it.
Yeah, I can't risk that.
I would much rather Clavier Gavin hit me over the head with his guitar.
Yeah.
Just be like, get up.
Like at the end of a concert when they bash their guitars into the stage, but it's your
Yeah.
head.
It's me.
Yep.
Yeah.
7 years ago.
Jesus Christ, Instagram just emailed me 7 times.
For what?
Oh, we've made it easy to get back on Instagram. Sorry to hear you're having trouble logging into Instagram. We got a message that you forgot your password.
Oh, someone's trying to get into your account.
Yeah. And this is my
Or a
one from
bot or
high
something.
school, which is the weird thing is I was just on it today for the first time in like a few years because it's just on my account, like my app. I
Yeah.
just never logged out, but I don't use it anymore.
Yeah.
And so I was just checking it because I was like already on there for something, and my brain was like, check it, even though I don't like checking it. And I was like, and like one person I knew in high school got married this week, and someone else got engaged, and I was like within the past like 4 days, and I was like, oh, okay. But anyway, it's okay. Why are you trying to get into that account? Anyway. Oh, sorry. This is in the past. I don't think we've read this.
Alright. Finally. You just couldn't resist, could you? Alright. Resist what? Presenting solid evidence? Might I request we... Actually, I think
Oh,
we
wait, we did.
do
We
this-
did, you're right. Sorry. I was like,
You're
we
good.
didn't do this one. Yes, we did. It was just going on for so long that I was like...
I'm familiar with the trial. I've watched the video several times.
I assume he only did that, right before this one, though. Because at the beginning of the game, he was like... He was disbarred, but we don't know why. It was forgery! Like, you know, like he didn't know for some reason, so it must have been, like, right recently, you know?
Yeah.
Didn't you find anything unnatural about it?
I still maintain that Apollo totally would have known it was a forgery because that wouldn't have been, like, that probably would have been public knowledge. Like,
Yeah.
the news would have been, like, Phoenix Wright disbarred for forging evidence.
Unnatural?
Well, you did seem unusually well prepared. Especially for a 17-year-old. I mean, Mr. Wright had only just presented his evidence. And the next moment you call in Drew Misham? It was almost as if...
Almost as if... What?
I'm in the void. Funny, it didn't even occur to me to wonder. But now that I do, I see there's only one possible explanation. Almost as if, from the very beginning, you knew Mr. Wright was going to present that evidence.
Correct. I knew that if I applied the usual pressure, Phoenix Wright would eventually come up with that forged diary page. Don't do this, Clavier. I knew because you told me, Kristoff.
What?
This would have been good to know.
It was the night before the trial.
My question is if this holds up in court too, if it's just testimony.
I don't
But I guess
know.
with other stuff.
Clavier. Kristoff? Odd seeing you as the prosecutor's office the day before the trial.
This is such a funny, like, what are you doing?
I won't be appearing in the trial, actually. Huh? Why not? I won't be facing off with you in your first trial, apparently. But in exchange, I brought information. Information?
The attorney who'll be there in my place tomorrow is not to be trusted. Don't even give him the benefit of your respect. Listen,
Yeah, good advice to tell a lawyer before their first trial.
I want you to call in a special witness. Then... I wondered about it all the time.
It's so funny that because Ace Attorney has
At the
such
time.
limited sprites, like, they have conversations like this, and Clavier's just smiling.
How did Kristoff know so much?
Prosecutor Gavin?
Kristoff. We were supposed to face each other in that trial. A fair fight, brother to brother. I deserved that much. You let me borrow the victim's belongings. You showed me all your research on the case. Victim's belongings?
Which would have included Magnifi's diary, wouldn't it?
Mr. Gavin? My, Clavier. You disappoint me. You find trees, yet miss the forest. Okay.
You're the one missing the forest, Mr. Gavin.
You can't sweep this under the rug. Tell me what was going on behind that trial. Why not? I've achieved what I came here to do. I see no harm in a little reminiscing. Sorry, I had to reply to someone.
Apollo?
I think we're finally going to shine a light on the black belly of this thing, Trucy. We've done everything we could. I hope it's enough.
"7 years ago, the day before the trial, I visited the detention center at the request of my client, Zach Gramarye.
I think there's literally one choice left. It's literally all just us. 2 cards!
Oh yeah, that's why I didn't mention it. I figured we were about done.
Yeah. 1 card? Showdown time. Sorry, I'm moving my mic around.
Enough. You lose, Gavin. Thanks for the work. Now go.
Be honest, I don't know what his reasons were to this day.
Vibes were bad. He was like, this guy definitely sucks at everything.
As far as I could tell, he dismissed me as his representation because I lost in a game of poker.
Yeah, I just said
And
your
then messed
vibes
up
were
his
bad.
And that fucked up his ego so bad. He was like, I need people to die and I need people to lose their job from this.
Yeah.
I need someone unemployed.
I can come to no other conclusion.
Daddy used to say something.
Wrong voice.
If you want to know a man, you have to compete.
Zach wasn't watching his points or the cards. He was watching the man behind the cards, Christoph Gavin. And he was like, this guy sucks.
I couldn't believe it. Phoenix, right? second-rate attorney who relies on luck and bluffs.
Which is so funny, because he was, like, been a very solid heavy hitter in the legal world. And Kristoff's like, fuck that guy.
He dismissed me and went with that pitiful excuse for a man. Deserved to die for that error alone.
Hold it! So the one who requested that forgery was...
Oh, I'm not admitting to anything. My point is... these two men shamed me, and I could not forgive that. Phoenix Wright and Zach Gramery both deserved what they got.
So you asked Mr. Misham to forge that evidence? So you could win? But then, when you were dismissed as Zach Gramery's attorney, you used your forged evidence as a trap.
You fed me information about the forgery you made. Then you gave your dirty evidence to him. You are free to imagine what you will. My point is that all I had imagined came to pass. Everything went perfectly. Incredible. If I wasn't laughing, I'd weep.
Prosecutor Gavin?
Perfectly. You're mad, Kristoff. Stop fooling yourself. What are you talking about, Clavier? Tell me, how did that trial end?
Cancelled when the defendant vanished.
Ah, I get it. So, Kristoff, you've been living in fear for 7 years. What?
You were afraid your forgery would be revealed and your reputation trashed. You couldn't leave things to chance, so you watched everyone involved with the case for 7 years like a weirdo.
It was, like, weird.
I'm sick of this man.
I don't want to see him do that
I don't want
anymore.
to fucking see him.
Wait just a minute. Zach Gramery was seen by this reporter?
We don't have to get into it.
Yeah, we don't have to get into it. We don't have to get into it.
Just trust. We just have to believe. We promise. We don't want to talk about him either. Just believe us.
How is that possible? Was he alive after being gone 7 years?
Finally. I knew this moment was coming. I just didn't think we'd get here so fast.
What are you talking about? We have so much left on the transcript. And we've been here for so long.
Zach Gramery, gone missing for 7 years. Trucy's father.
What's wrong, Apollo? Go get him.
Right, leave it to me. Allow me to refresh the court's memory. 6 months ago, Kristoff Gavin was charged with murdering a mystery traveler.
Remember him quite well. Shady Smith, was it? Poisoned in a Chinese restaurant. Tragic.
Wrong.
The details don't really matter right now. What matters is that traveler was Zach Gramery.
What is it, Apollo?
Huh?
Keep going. We'll talk about it later.
He, like, looked at her like, uh-oh, she's gonna freak out. And Trucy's like, I figured this out, like, the night it happened. Calm down.
Did she already know?
Literally, yes. Stop underestimating her.
Someone please explain this. Mr. Justice, can you explain this?
It all started 7 years ago. The great magician Magda V. Gramarye's death started it. Magda V. Gramarye's death and his student Zach Gramarye the suspect. Whoever defeated Zach in court successfully would be famous beyond belief. Thinking that, Christoph Gavin did the unthinkable. He forged evidence.
Drew Misham?
Actually, it was his daughter Vera who really did the work. You took precautions when you had that forgery made, didn't you, Mr. Gavin?
Precautions?
You're adding nothing, Your Honor.
Keep people from talking, of course.
These two know too much. Leave them alive and there'll be nothing but trouble. Oh, was that the little devil? That was the little devil.
Wow, we found a little devil.
That's when you planned your poisoning of the forgers.
The forgers? No! Sorry.
I know them.
I know them. I love them. I miss them.
I miss them. A Troquinine. Apply to a commemorative stamp.
But luck was on Mr. Misham's side. The bomb didn't go off.
His daughter. She saved him by taking the stamp, I see.
But that wasn't the only bomb he set up.
The Aridoni nail polish, of course.
You noticed something when you requested that forgery. When Vera Misham is nervous, she has a bad habit. A tendency to bite her nails.
Yeah, shut up.
That nail polish was her
Won't
good
even let
luck
me get an
charm.
eye in.
No.
I'm trying to get through this.
I want to take an edible. That's my reward for when we're done.
Hell yeah. We are so close to being done!
I do love the end of this. So.
Oh, it's good. It's just, it's long.
It was his
Yeah?
insurance.
Especially since, like, I understand why Ace Attorney cases are like, and now we will explain everything that happened. But once you've figured it out, sometimes it's like, oh my god, I know.
Yeah.
Insurance?
As long as she lived quietly at home, there was no danger. There was no danger to her. But what if she had to go outside?
She ran into any trouble, she'd become nervous. And the nail polish would do the rest.
The fingers are so long.
His time bomb sat there for 7 years, and then they went off almost simultaneously.
Yeah, keep flashing.
If you're finished, may I return to my cell now?
Me.
I'm not accustomed. Yeah. I'm not accustomed to standing for such long periods of time.
I get it. Your feet hurt.
His shoes are not good support.
No, and they're ugly.
Mr.
They're
Gavin,
so ugly.
have you heard a single thing we've said, or are you just asleep?
He's just been focusing on his feet hurting.
Me.
Oh, I listened quite closely to your little tale. Quite an entertaining piece of fiction.
What?
Clavier, surely you understand. But back to the evidence. The lacking evidence. Nothing proves a link between him and the Atroquinine that took Drew Misham's life.
What about the restaurant? You killed Zach Remery to keep him from talking.
I killed no man of that name. Read over the report again, if you'd like. The victim was a traveler by the name of Shady Smith, about whom we know little else. You can't seriously think I knew he was that particular fugitive.
Okay, then why did you kill him?
Felt like
I
it.
plead my right to remain silent. Remember, this court did not convene to put me on trial. The defendant's name is Vera Misham, suspected in the murder of her father. My trial's been finished for 6 months now.
Afraid we have strayed considerably from our purpose here. This court concurs with the witness. It's defendant Vera Misham who was on trial here.
No, but you were doing so well, Apollo.
Trucy's like, you fucked up!
Shit.
Apollo!
As long as there was no evidence to support the accusation against him, this course of inquiry cannot find Vera Misham innocent.
Your Honor, Phoenix Wright spent 7 years collecting this evidence.
You still don't get it, do you? Let us assume there was poison in the nail polish. Who then was responsible for causing Vera Misham to bite her nails?
What?
I don't think that's how this works. Whatever, we don't have time to debate this. You know what I mean? Like this, I don't think this would hold up.
It wasn't me, I know that much. The one who brought the poison to her lips was you.
Like, this is so, like, that's not how it works.
Like, okay, whatever.
Like, don't be shocked. Like, you should just say, no, that's not how this works. Shut the fuck up.
Evidence is everything. There is nothing more.
Shut up.
I believe this discussion has reached its conclusion. I hit the mic with my arm.
It's okay, because every single stream, there's at least 2 times when I hit my mic.
Your Honor?
Mr. Justice, you have performed admirably well for a novice attorney.
Which, by
Respect
which
your
I mean
partner.
like shit.
Phoenix Wright's determination as well.
However, without direct proof, you have nothing.
You're not the judge. Shut up.
Isn't that right, Clavier? Unfortunately, yes, Kristoff, you're right. I don't think that Sprite would match this sentence,
No.
I will say.
They're out of sprites.
That is, you would have been right until now. What? Did Sanus not reach your desk in solitary?
Kill him.
The eyes of the nation are on this courtroom today.
Kill this man.
This is the trial case for a new judicial system. Get him.
That's right, I totally forgotten.
Stay on top of it, Apollo.
Oh,
The juris
Everyone.
system.
jurists, you say? Oh yeah, I forgot that he's about to get super classist.
Yeah.
Just kind of like lets that slip a little bit.
Current judicial system has been deemed too closed off from society. New system attempts to inject the wisdom of common citizens into the law.
This is the same energy of, like, when you're reading history books and US history books, and you see the discussions for who could be allowed to vote, And it's always
Yeah.
like really, really like those poor people are gonna fuck it up. I mean, we still have that.
Oh yeah.
Because we have like various voter laws. And it's always like, well, we can't allow those people to vote. Because what if they do it wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, shut up.
Common citizens, wisdom, is this some kind of a joke? What could we possibly gain by doing this? God, his fucking old money is coming out.
Blech.
Entrusting our judicial system to a mindless, emotional mob of irrational mouth breathers.
Tell us how you really feel.
Everyone's just like, whoa! Like, we knew you were a murderer, but we didn't know you were also, like...
Call out post for Clavier Gavin's brother.
Yeah, really.
Super, super classist, wears terrible shoes, 8 other things, and at the bottom, and it's like, also he killed 3 people.
Yeah,
and people
yeah.
are like, you should have started with the murder!
One of those really old Tumblr call
Yeah, where it's like the very last thing mentioned, like it's not
God,
that big
I
a
remember-
deal. Ugh.
I'll be quick. I remember that one with Mimu Facturing, and I don't know if that one rings a bell to you. It was like a really popular funny man, but the thing was that they were 15, and it was essentially just like a weird fetish thing, and I think it was gross, but I'm also like, this is someone who's 15.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we like...
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is the kind of thing where I'm like, I think everyone just needs to get therapy and like log off. I don't think like telling them to kill themselves is gonna like
Yeah.
fix whatever they're dealing with. Like, I think like they're just someone who got into weird shit on the internet. I think that is very much something they can bounce back from at this age, personally. Like, I think it's okay. Like, it's not okay, but like, I think everyone will be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Just everyone get help. Except Kristoff. I don't think he's gonna.
Yeah, he can't bounce back from being a terrible person.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a line he crossed a long time ago.
Maybe he can better himself, but he is also a dick.
Yeah, he just kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Citizens of something called common sense. Common sense is not restricted by the law.
Okay.
Nonsense. Alright.
Okay.
Alright, even that's not true, because there's usually, 2 lawyers. Like,
And the
even
judge.
This is like, yeah, it's like, alright, well,
what are
this
you
is already
talking about? If it's just you and the law, like, what about the witnesses?
That's not a trial. That's you, like, walking around in there.
That's just you in the courtroom alone.
Yeah, like, what does he mean by this? Nonsense. There's only room for 2 in this court. Me and the law, and no one else, I guess.
Apollo is like, was he always this lame and I just didn't notice because he was my boss and I thought he was cool?
I'm pretty sure that's exactly
And he,
what
like,
it is.
gave me healthcare and I had never gotten that before?
Riffraff is crazy. Keep the riffraff out. Out, I say. Like, oh my god.
I love his
What
twitching.
century
It's a big
is he
mood.
from?
I don't know.
They're not in the court, actually. They're watching
I love when
everything
they
by
just-
video camera.
That
I
always
don't
freaks me out
like
when they all
it.
just
Don't
turn-
look at
it's,
me.
like, actually kind of scary.
Don't look at me! I don't like... Clavier's, like, the most uncomfortable. Like,
It feels
don't
like
look
like
at me.
it feels like I'm an EXE game, and like what you know what I mean when it's like supposed to look like the normal video game, but it randomly gets haunted and fucked up. I'm
Yeah,
like, this is that to me.
don't look at me.
I'm
Look
like,
away. Look
Oh,
away.
Scary.
What if
Scary
Kristoff also
bastard.
turned around and looked at us? That would suck.
Oh god, that would actually like
That'd
freak
be
me out a bit.
horrifying. That's the one change they should have made in the port. They should have turned
He
him
does.
around.
It's like an owl where his head turns, but his body's still facing.
That would have been great. Go full horror.
That actually would have gotten to me. I can't even lie.
Jump scare in the Ace Attorney game. Hell yeah.
It would have been, but it would have been. It actually would have been a. Nice
It would have been
little
good.
touch. Just like, oh, he is a bit fucked up like that, huh?
And then never address it
even
again.
better-
Never address
Yeah,
it
they
again.
never explain that he has the skull hand, and they never explain that he can just be like an owl and just do that.
Yes.
How can you allow this?
Incidentally, the one responsible for making this happen, this is gonna be, you're gonna find this really funny, actually,
This is really good.
was Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix, right?
I don't have it in me to scream right now, but
No, we get it. We get it.
So, everything was leading to this, of course. Right.
Jokes. We're doing jokes. We're doing a bit.
Right. Right.
Right.
Can you imagine being a jury person who's watching this at home and is just like, okay.
Wow.
I think he seems
You're like-
totally fine.
You were like gonna vote like guilty for Vera, and you're like, honestly, just because he did that, I want him in the prison. Like, I just don't want him.
I know he's already in there, but do it again. Also,
Like,
I love
don't
that
want-
like he doesn't have a pupil in his right eye. He just doesn't get one. It's just gone now.
I guess it's like supposed to be like rolled back, like up, but like
Yeah, but it looks like he just doesn't have one.
yeah.
Also, hello, welcome to Kristoff's breakdown.
We're wrapping up, but with the best.
I won't accept. I can't accept. This is no court.
It's me and the law.
Mm-hmm.
Law. The law is everything. Law is absolute.
Cool.
You'd let ignorant swine
So I feel like there's undertones here that I don't like.
ignorant swine soil your courts.
Okay. I think
Oh,
Phoenix
you know-
is so proud of himself. He's like,
He's
hell
so
yeah.
He's like, yeah, this actually was worth like losing my salary for a while.
Kristoff, it's over.
I have my sprite now.
Mm-hmm.
Clavier. The law is absolute. You can't be serious. What? Aunt, I thought you spent your life looking for loopholes. The law isn't absolute. It's filled with contradictions.
The law is the end product of many years of history, the fruit of human knowledge. Like a gem polished to a gleam through trials and terrors.
Love the like little ethics lesson we just have to
I
take
know.
home
We
with
just have to
us.
hang out.
They're like, and you, the audience, can think on this.
Yeah.
Is this fruit we receive and pass on and face in our time?
Well, if I think about it, I just start like throwing and kicking things.
I don't think
so-
they know. I was telling people this the other day. I don't think Capcom knows.
I don't know. I think
No,
it
like-
might be something.
I think it's a situation where Shutakumi might have known, and they might have he might have discussed it with some people who worked on this game. But I don't think Capcom. Like, if you ask people at Capcom
Oh, yeah.
now, I don't think any of them know. I don't.
I like to think
they might
he
have like
actually
a
did have-
vague idea, but I don't even think Shutakumi had it fleshed out. I think he had vague ideas because you usually
fair, but
don't. You
I
just
do think.
don't do that.
I do like to think it is really funny though. I think that he had like a really detailed plot, and then he just told no one and was like, "Well, we're not doing that anymore." I guess.
I
so I
actually
can die with
no,
that.
but I actually would support that because I'm a big fan of people not giving their ideas to a corporation unless they are for
Oh,
sure
yeah.
going to have it done under their name, because like it happens a lot with writers sometimes if they are like get on a series. Sometimes companies will take that series out from under them because they technically own the series.
Yeah.
And so I'm a big fan of like not telling corporation shit so they can't take your work and use it without you and then not pay you. So honestly, if Shutakumi did have a huge backstory and just didn't give it to Capcom, all the power to him. Make a different game. Fuck
Yeah, I
it.
respect it. I want collab investigations, sure. Never gonna happen, but you know, in a beautiful world.
Yeah.
And it is always changing and growing. Nurturing it is our task as Nurturing it is our task as human beings.
The
I did not
judge
get
never
the-
talks like this, which is so funny. He's like getting
Except
into the
for you,
mood.
Kristoff. You aren't changing. You've stopped.
Well, I mean, he did technically change. He took his hair down.
You're right. Just like a girl in in like a makeover montage. She takes off the glasses.
He's beautiful.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't have the glasses on right now.
Yeah. Beautiful.
He literally took off his glasses, let his hair down.
Wow.
And now he's gonna get the football player for the big dance.
Good for him.
Wow.
You're not needed anymore.
Back to the void.
I couldn't think of anything to say.
Thanks
Okay.
to follow.
Maybe because I still haven't seen enough. But someday I'll know what law is.
Sorry, I understand what he means. It's such a funny. You are a barred lawyer who has now done
Yeah,
4
yeah.
cases. You should know. You. I would hope when you graduated and passed the bar exam, you had some idea of what law was. I know, it's funny because I was looking at SOJ Slicer videos the other day because I was looking for the ending because I needed it for my fic where Apollo has a bad time. And someone in the comments was like, SOJ is really Apollo's game, which I guess is technically true, and it's a really good ending for him because in AA4 he doesn't know what law is, but in AA6 he knows what law is enough to go and rebuild the legal system in Korean. And I was like, I guess technically that's true, except under no circumstances should this man be rebuilding a legal system for a country that he does not know much about. Like, he doesn't actually have any of the skills for this. You finish AA6 and you're still like, does he know what law is? I don't know. Like, I don't know. And I'll have to fight to change it if I have to, but we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna hang out. And this is why I think AA7 should just be in space.
I see no need to further prolong this trial.
After that little
This
interlude.
began as the trial of Erebisham accused of murdering her father. The painter Drew Misham, however, other incidents were reviewed, seem to have reached a conclusion. Before this court declares a verdict, I await your decision, jurists of the court. For the death of Drew Misham, how do you find the defendant, Vera Misham?
So, I'm saving because there's actually an achievement if you choose guilty.
You want to...
There's an achievement if you choose guilty.
I forgot about that. And when the miracle never happened.
Yeah.
I forget, is that even a typo in the actual game, or did people just start saying that?
I don't know.
I just know that one day everyone just started saying the miracle never happened, and I can't remember if it actually, like, does say happen instead of happen, but it's too funny for me to, like, double check, because I want to believe.
Dissent guilty. I turn to you now to consider this matter.
Whatever.
Very good static.
Fun.
October 9th, 12:48 p.m., Juris Chambers. I don't entirely know why they're in a different room, but I guess. This is Phoenix, by the way.
This ends the trial for this case. Only the verdict remains to be decided. Defendant Vera Misham is currently in intensive care.
Hey!
Hey, girlfriend. If a decision cannot be reached today, it may never be reached. The factors involved are simple. Did the defendant poison her father that night? If so, she is guilty. Or was there another reason for Mr. Misham's death?
I understand that the reason is simply they weren't going to make sprites again. They just don't for these games. It's very funny that this is the launch of a new legal system that Phoenix has been working on for 7 years, and he didn't change.
You know.
Like, he didn't put on, like, a collared shirt and take off the beanie. And it is because they just didn't want to draw, like, 2 new sprites. But, you know, it is really funny. This man is still in his slides.
Did another person poison him? If so, she is innocent.
Like, everyone else is like, this is really serious. We're here as the first jury. We're doing a trial. Like, this is gonna be huge. This will be if we go through this Phoenix. This is almost a decade of work between Phoenix and a bunch of other legal people, and he is in sweatpants with his toes out.
Yep. A panel has been provided for each of you to input your decisions. That is all.
Please, wait!
Yes, jurist number 6?
Also, we're in the dark. Great.
There's something in the jurist handbook here. Persons involved with the case may not be jurists.
That is correct. I've looked into all your dossier. None of you were involved with the development of the case.
With the development of the case, I see.
Does that answer your concern? It's time for your verdicts. You didn't say yes or no, so I'm just gonna keep talking. Make your decision in the case against Veramisham.
It's very funny that they bring that up for, like, not necessarily... Okay, I can't... Any real reason. Oh! Well...
After 7 years, the truth is ready to be heard. Judge wisely. Judge well. Should we save here instead, maybe?
I actually can't.
Oh.
You can't
Well,
leave you can't even leave the game. They're like, no, you're stuck here.
You will
I'll just
vote.
click through it very quickly next time.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do.
She's sour guilty.
Oh, I forgot. Why did I forget that?
Oh, you forgot?
Yeah. I kind of forgot.
Well, we're doing the funny guilty ending, right?
Yeah. Subtle. Fucking subtle.
It's really funny with the guilty choice, too. Do we want to read it, or?
Yes, but
So a verdict was reached on...
Yeah, you can read it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And so a verdict was reached on October 9th, 2:14 p.m. First verdict under the jury system. It kind of sucked. Hung jury. The final verdict would have to wait for the following day. But fate had different plans. That night, defendant Veramisham's condition worsened. She died in her hospital bed.
It's like the vibes killed her.
Yeah.
They put the energy out into the universe.
Her verdict was postponed for eternity.
Dramatic.
Yeah, shit.
One jurist verdict for choosing guilty as the jurist in episode 4. They said, get the fuck out of here.
They
We
said
brought you
played it
back
so-
to the beginning of the game. You don't even get credits. They're just like,
Yeah,
get
they're
out. Get
They're
out.
like, we don't.
You
Like,
fucked up
this up
so bad.
Go home.
I love how there's not even a try again. They're just like, game over. Yeah, we won! We are so close to being done. We just have to yap a little more. I love how she slides up.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so funny. They're like, quick, who? They don't know. Slide that down. It's not obvious enough who she is.
But the silhouette, yeah. So a verdict was reached on October 9th, 2:14 p.m.
I know it's supposed to be like, this is the first time you realize Lamawa is the last except for the fact that they look exactly alike.
Yeah. First verdict under the jury system. Innocent by unanimous decision. The record will show that when the verdict was announced, special witness Christoph Gavin laughed. A laugh louder than any ever heard before or since.
And we know that for sure. Yeah, his hair magically got fixed. He's so good at doing his hair.
While the jury deliberated for those 2 hours, he was just fixing his hair. A laugh that echoed in the halls of justice, lingering for what seemed like hours.
Someone just hung out and listened to the laughter echo.
October 10th, 8:30 a.m., the morning after the trial. In an intensive care ward, a true miracle occurred.
The miracle happened.
The miracle happened! Wow.
Wow, beautiful.
The world is so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Vera Misham opened her eyes.
The vibes were good enough.
The miracle happened is a beautiful name for a baby girl.
October 10th, 10:12 a.m. Hickfield Clinic. I love how this is just like the same one as the beginning, so there's still like bottles and a piano.
And all the DVDs from Maya.
Yeah, like for that at least you could be like, well, she's like, what, 18, 19? Like maybe she's watches it herself, but like the bottles and the piano are so specific to Phoenix. Like
I think she's 17, but yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Like they couldn't even just like draw those on a different layer.
Maybe I guess they just didn't have one. They were like, sorry, I merged it.
I don't want to erase it and draw those sections again.
Vera, I'm so glad. Yeah, my bad.
Don't cry, Apollo. I'm happy too, and proud. You did well, Apollo. You kind of fucked it up in the middle there, but in the end it turned out okay.
The miracle happened.
The miracle happened. When I thought about what if Vera,
Hey now, don't you start crying too.
They're just like crying and telling the other to shut up.
They're just shoving each other.
Sorry you had to see us like this.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know you people.
Not like that.
Vera?
Thank you so much, Apollo. Thank you.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have pressed you like that.
Shouldn't you be like laying down? I hope she lays down. Get an IV, girl.
If I hadn't, you never would have bitten your nails.
That's not how anxiety works. Like, if being outside stresses her out, you were not the reason she was biting her nails necessarily.
I think kind of all of it.
Yeah, like, I don't think it was just you. I think Kristoff was just trying to get into your head. No, I was wrong. Staying locked inside like that, clinging to my good luck charm. My dad should have just brought me to therapy.
Vera.
When I opened my eyes and saw you, I finally understood. It's important to be part of the world. To see things with your own eyes. A bad thing to say. No, Apollo. No. No.
It looks like the voice that's something down
No. She almost died, dude. No. Apollo.
Why just don't say that?
It's a good thing he's not saying this one out loud. I think Trucy would kick him.
I knew you'd pull through, Vera. I mean, that's what Apollo was fighting for the whole time. Your future.
I won't forget it. Here, let me thank you.
No, really, it's okay.
I'm just gonna draw the same thing I keep drawing. Oh wait, no, just kidding.
Ooh, look, it's me. I love it. Thanks.
Is that me?
Me making the logo for the Trans Apollo zine.
She really captured your essence, Apollo. Well, I think so at least.
That reminds me. Do you know where the other lawyer is?
The other lawyer?
Oh, you mean Daddy? Except he's not a lawyer anymore.
It's my fault, isn't it? I'm sorry.
Oh, no. That's not what I meant.
No, it's okay. I'm through looking away from the things I've done. I hope I can look him in the eyes again someday and apologize, even though I was like 10. So like, I don't actually think I should be held responsible for this one because I was 10. I think I'm fine, actually.
Sure, I'd be happy to hear that.
I love to think that she goes to Apollo and she's like, not Apollo, Phoenix, and he's like, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. And he's like, why? You were a child doing child labor for forgeries. What the fuck are you talking about? That was fucked up. I love this explanation. Like, the bottles too, Phoenix? Okay.
He brought all those things for me when he came to visit earlier.
This is the, like, funniest, laziest explanation for not drawing a new background ever.
Yeah. I mean, that stack of videos? Mr. Wright finished watching them all?
Literally, Ace Attorney's really weird about it. Like, really weird. They're like, we must prosecute this 8-year-old child like an adult for a self-defense, what would have been a self-defense murder. On accident. An accidental murder that happened in self-defense. Like, okay, what?
You know, I knew my real daddy was alive. This is a conversation to have in this hospital room. I was there 7 years ago, remember? I was the one who helped him vanish from the courtroom.
You did... how?
Were you not paying attention during the Mason system parts? I'm not telling. He promised me that day he went away.
We may not meet again for some time, Trucy, but know this, I will be watching, and one day I shall return. You're the next Grammary, after all. Laughing.
Oh, Drucy. In the end, he couldn't keep that promise, could he?
It's okay. Phoenix is my daddy now. Even if he can't really play the piano, I'll get him lessons.
Daddy can't.
Oh, and I've got you, too. Even if your voice is kinda loud sometimes.
Glad I made your list.
Hey, come to think of it. Where is Daddy? The one who can't play. Do you know Apollo?
I think he said he had to meet someone.
I wonder. Maybe it's a new mommy. Okay.
Me too, Apollo.
Oh, Trucy?
Yes, Vera?
I was wondering, could you show him to me once more? Sir Hat, was it?
Oh, he's not been knighted. Yet. I have like connections in England. I'm trying to make it happen. Here goes. Do us an impersonation, Mr. Hat.
Objection!
Okay, Apollo?
Not loud enough, and I like his magic. I don't, yeah.
That's magic panties, Apollo, and that trick is boring. It's just pulling things out of a hat, but it's underwear.
Boo! Literally, Hannah.
So, your memories returned. Mr. Wright. Oh, that's never mind. That's. Do you want to be her? So since I'm.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I was like, who is this?
Mr. Wright, was this all part of your plan too?
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
When I lost my memory, I was reborn as Lamawa. But you knew my true identity, did you not? That is why you chose me as one of your jurists.
Something that is totally how juries should be chosen. Why was she, like, that? Okay, no, it's because he chose, but I was like, why would he choose? It's like, technically, she's not a citizen.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah, Phoenix is talking to me specifically right now. It's like, shut the fuck up and finish the game.
You're thinking into it too much. Besides. There was no guarantee that regaining your memory would make you happy.
In fact, it should make you deeply traumatized.
Of course it is a happy thing. For so long, I thought I was alone.
Even though I kind of adopted a child. Fuck that kid, I guess. But now I know I have children, because fuck that kid, I guess. 2 dear children. I'm so proud of them. This, too, I think, is thanks to you.
Are you going to tell them?
They do not know?
Nope. They don't even know their mother. They don't even know their sibling.
I firmly believe Truzy's figured it out. It's not that hard.
I will go to them when the time is right. Until then,
Don't worry. I'll take care of them for you. They're very important to me, too. A little annoying at times, but still. Wee. I have to keep an eye on her at least. Because I'm the only one who knows how she really feels on the inside. I would have loved more about that.
It's fine.
Your bracelet.
yes.
Seen a lot of mysterious things these past 7 years. But your bracelets were the strangest of all.
He is just standing there.
I'm so sorry, I'm so tired. I remember meeting him half a year ago now in Christoph Gavin's office. And then I met you. Two fates destined to intertwine, and I was there when they crossed. I'll never forget that.
Yet, such a small thing, that bullet. Yet it tore who I was away.
Oh, she's going up.
To heaven.
10 years ago, during a simple rehearsal.
Yeah, so Trucy was 5.
It was a miracle no one died, but I didn't survive that accident.
So she would barely remember anything.
That is why I left the troupe, my family. Now my memory has returned. I am myself once more, and this is how amnesia works. For the first time, I'm glad to be alive, Mr. Wright.
Speaking of miracles,
That happened.
Vermisham regained consciousness this morning. Can only hope she's as glad as you are.
It is a strange thing, fate. Sometimes a life is taken. Sometimes a life is spared.
You know what I've been thinking? People don't die that easily, really.
Not true.
Yeah, you don't die that easily.
Not true. Not true, Phoenix.
He's speaking from his own experience.
Yeah,
as a guy
you
who
are
can't
not.
die.
Your experiences are not universal.
As long as they've got something worth living for.
Literally, he just says shit. Oh, okay, Apollo. That's the end of my story for now anyway. I've still got a long way to go, and this power of mine, well, it needs some work. But there's hope now. We lost it, but somehow we found it again. They do these endings so fast. That's why people are smiling again. Hope. Yeah, I think I'll keep at this lawyer thing for a while. Oops, training time. Gotta go. Cords of steel. Here comes justice. The ending text is so fucking fast. I don't know why. They're like, fucking get it done. Like, Jesus Christ.
I'm glad you're staying with the agency, Apollo. It's like I found my long-lost big little brother. Oh, and don't you worry about Troop Grammary. Truce is on the case. Now that I have this, thanks to Daddy.
Trucy Grammary, frankly, I've got my doubts, but Hack Grammary, now that'll pack him in. I don't know why they have... Oh, I forgot these ones were pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Great. This PowerPoint transition. It's not every day you get a trial that rocks harder than one of our gigs, yeah? That's why it's over. The Gaviners are breaking up. The news caused a run on tissues at supermarkets nationwide. You're the real stars now. I look forward to our next jam session. I'm not going to do voices for them, actually. I decided it's too fast for me to do voices individually. It literally looks like it was made in like it was like a default PowerPoint, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not in a bad way. That's just exactly what it looks like to me. Like, you could make this in iMovie. Why are you back in the hospital? Well, it's finally over. You know, thinking about it, I've been a piano player longer than I was a lawyer. Now that everything's sorted and I've got time on my hands, maybe I'll take some lessons. Or maybe I'll take the bar exam again. They were so proud of these. Just like the cards that they showed us 8,000 times, where I was like, you were so proud of these little cards. Use COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Hey girl, it's been a hot second since we've seen you. So I was standing around eating snackoos the other day when I got this crazy idea. Don't worry about this old crime scene. What if they were golden? You could augment the crunch, or better yet, make them ding. And the power of science? Oh, the power of science. Although the preservatives might not be 100% safe. I love how they were like, what do we have Emma talk about? I don't know, snacks. Snacks. Just like,
You know.
honestly, me. Gold is edible, that is true. In unlikely event you are wanting Russian feast, come to Borscht Bowl Club. The only thing colder than restaurant is borscht. I love how she's but this greater challenge is being required. There we go. It's like, I love how she's like still doing it. Like, girl, why? Then come to the hideout. You know who to ask for. Like, why are you also doing a Russian bit? I guess because she's still employed there. She's like, I don't hate it that much. I'm gonna keep working there. Could be worse. I'm gonna just stick it out. I have almost no customers and I get paid fine. Hey! I love Plum. So, Kataki Pastries is getting
I love
back
her
to
so
its
much.
Eastern roots, spread the culture and all. Yo boss, culture time. Okay, this is how we write root, capiche? I love how they say getting back to culture where they're in front of this house, but we're still about giving to the people. Yo boss, PR time, and wearing these clothes. Like, what do you mean getting back to the culture? You still are in the culture. And this is how we write people, alright? Not that Waki's paying any attention. Whew, kids. That's the localization of the them could have been better, I think. It was just so strange. They always struggle with like the very Japanese characters. The Zoi Chinese characters on the cake was a fly idea like 3,000 years ago, believe that. Man, you want to make it today, you gotta keep it real, you know what I'm saying? Yo, that's why I made the OG cracker, for real. I know it don't look like no cracker G, what do you want me to call it, the OG muffin? Yeah, it's a little rough. I love Waki. It's a little rough.
Yeah. No, I also love him and I completely agree.
Yeah. I don't know where all this talk about food is coming from. You ask me, there's only one food and that's noodles. Noodles forever. Fair enough. I got a new one too. Yeah. See, this time I was just put a big chunk of salt in the bowl. Why pretend? Eldoon's noodle is about the salt. Salt forever. Me when I'm being mean to things in people's DMs. It's about the salt forever. Yeah, I mean, I do love the weirdness of the localization, but oh my god. I forgot this guy was in this part. My exceptionally inquisitive nature has won me unequivocal adoration in my department. You see, they used to call me Wesley Stinkler and Wesley Sticky Hands. But no longer. I have a new name, one that reflects my true academic nature. Wesley Sicko reporting. Yes, curiosity is a sickness, and I am the cure. Yeah, literally. Hi, sisters. I love that Phoenix's head is just gone.
And the fact that fucking James Charles is covering up Emma, like, get him out of here. Like, go away.
Feminism loses. He's covering 2 women. Hey, I don't know how to thank you for all you've done. Light has returned to my life, and with it, joy. I may have lost years, but I have gained a treasure. 2 treasures, in fact. They really drop the kid real fast. I will think of them when I write my next song. I forget his name, but it begins with an M. I don't remember the vowel, which is why I haven't said it. Oh my god. Brush it, brush it, brush it, brush it, brush it, brush it, brush it. You're back on the beat with another interview. How do I feel about how things turned out? No scoop yet, but journalist confidence in mint condition. End quote. Why is he in Kristoff's cell? They kind of just were like, we don't want to reuse any backgrounds, throw him in there. You know?
Yeah.
I've decided to keep painting. Originals only, of course. I suppose I'll have to see a bit of the world outside to find what to paint. Not necessary. But I know there are good people out there now. Girl paint whatever. I've met them. You do not need to go outside to come up with an idea. The door is open. The world is waiting. Thank you. I mean, she should go outside. But, like, she doesn't have to find painting ideas. Read a book. Shu Takumi! I got jump scared by Ace Attorney looking up Shu earlier. Aww.
Wow. The miracle happened.
The miracle happened! We defeated the little devils and demons. Turnabout Succession for completing episode 4. Not right now. Whoa. Oh, wow. It's like, do you want to play the next one right now? Calm down. What does even theirs look like? Oh, right. They actually show the anime stuff. I like the animation in it anyway. Anyway, now we played No. We finished, finally, well over a year later. I
don't want to think about it. It makes me embarrassed.
We were very busy. And we also played Ghost Trick. God, and then, this bombed-ass courtroom they decide to use. Very funny of them.
And then my life exploded, so,
yeah, life happened. Oh, Apollo. Oh, Apollo.
He's so punished.
Anyway, so next week we're gonna, do we want to start AAI?
Yeah.
So we're gonna do AAI, which I know Tony's also doing right now, and a few other people I think may be doing it that, like, we don't know personally. But we're gonna do it anyway, because neither of us have actually played AAI. So that'll be fun, and I'm just gonna
have a watch. I played some of AAI, but...
Yeah, but we haven't, like, it's not the same as the other games. Yeah. So I am gonna have a walkthrough for that one because I know the plot, but I'm so much less familiar with it that I don't need us getting stuck constantly. You know, it's one of those situations where I know all the broad strokes, so all of the little details are gonna fuck us over because I'm trying to get to the end game with all their nonsense. You know how it is. We all understand Ace Attorney weirdness. Cool. On Monday, I'm playing a game I got a beta for. We're gonna see how it goes because I am bad at it, and I just need someone else to do the first puzzle for me because Ronnie, I tried to play this beta. Their Kickstarter is currently ongoing. They sent me a beta key for it, which was very kind of them. And I tried to play it because I wanted to play a little bit of it off stream, so I had some idea of what it was doing and I could give some opinions. And I got stuck on the first puzzle.
Oh no.
I don't know if I miscounted something. I don't know what I did, but I need someone else to like be there and just tell me. And so that's what we're doing Monday, and then I don't know what I'm doing on Monday, so we'll figure it out. Thursday, we're doing more Zero Escape. I'm in hell, I'm having a terrible time, and I hate all these characters so much. And then on Friday, we are going to start the investigation games, and I need to buy them. I haven't bought them. And then I'll officially own all the Ace Attorney games, despite never having downloaded any of the original ones. I've owned the original trilogy since 2019. It's never been down. It's been downloaded now. I did not download it until last year, I think. Yeah. like a normal person. I have so many video games I've never downloaded. Like, I own them in Steam, and I just never... I'm a big fan of buying a game and never playing it, which I should probably fix. But such is life, I guess. We have to redraw our sprites. Who did we decide?
I gotta redraw mine with the actual like T facial changes.
Well,
I'm
like I
excited
meant
for
we
that.
we aren't even in the right costumes.
Oh, yeah. Are we gonna do Edgeworth and Kay?
We can.
I don't mind that you can be Kay, I can be Edgeworth.
Cool, sure. I once again will have big hair.
Also, I think it'll be funny to just stick my facial piercings on Edgeworth since he would never.
And blue hair.
Yeah.
Edward teal hair.
Just things he would never do to himself.
Things he would never do.
Edgeworth with snake fights is just really fucking funny.
It's gonna
to
be
me.
really.
Like,
It'll be really good. It'll be really, really good.
like, oh, that's a different man at this point.
That's such a mood novella. I love that for you. All right, thank you all for hanging out. It's really late. We're going to bed. All right.
Oh wait, you're right. That is a good idea. Wait, shit. We'll think about it.
That might be better for the second game, wouldn't it?
You're right.
We'll switch them for the second game. How about that?
Yes.
All right. We'll talk to you all later. See you all,
Bye.
and goodbye.